Welcome, everybody, to our first month of Artists Assemble, the podcast. We're going to be doing a Dungeons & Dragons challenge that we've already kind of pre-assembled, and we have 3 lucky artists on the gambit today.
I wouldn't say lucky.
I'd say very lucky. Come on, man.
We're going to start introducing everybody. My name is GeionTv. I am your host, and we have Kai. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also known as Blank on whatever media platform you want to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm Kai, and I told you I was bad at this.
Really
I guess you can find me on Twitter at sdragon_studio.
Woo! Dragon underscore studio, but I got it. Yeah, it's right there, guys.
You got a squadron of dragons with you, Jake.
And next we have Mr. Freshpants. Go ahead.
Hello, I am the freshest of pants. My word of advice to you is free thyself, remove thine pants. So my name's kind of counterintuitive. You can find me on Twitter, and that's it.
At what's your tag? Come on.
My ad, for some reason, isn't Mr. Freshpants. It's at mfreshpants. Thank you, Twitter.
Still works.
And last but not least.
Last but not least, hello, it's me, Bishop. And early on, I learned the value of pain, and now it is my job to teach this feeling, to raise cities, to hunt down the survivors, destroy the child, and vengeance on the gods who maimed me will be mine. Oh, and do this pretty cool podcast too. You can find me on Twitter at Bishop201. There's an underscore between the number 2. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Let's go, guys. I'm pumped. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Look, you told me to bring energy to this, and I'm bringing energy.
I'm feeling it, man. And the first person's gonna be Bishop. So next up, Bishop, go ahead and set yourself up, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna click on some buttons. So tell me when you're ready to show your screen.
So I know this is probably a bad time, but are we supposed to color the whole thing, or is it just gonna be line art? Okay, good.
Absolutely not. This is literally just kind of consider this like I guess I didn't really explain it well. I explained it last week, but let me explain it again to everyone who's not listening. This is just a quick sketch of your art. You can go relatively in detail. Let's say at maximum you have 30 minutes to an hour to kind of complete your stuff.
Yeah,
so
okay, that's enough time.
Yeah, I mean you get your sketch in, you get your line art in, and if you're lucky, get out line art in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this.
I think that's set up right.
Yeah.
That looks about right. Hey man, that looks about right.
Yeah, it looks about right. Looks about right.
Is the stream buffering at all, Jake? Luna's wondering.
It should be working as far as
we have a concerned viewer calling in apparently.
So we're gonna go full
hey,
screen.
I can't see the war crimes you're committing on stream.
And the reason why it doesn't show everything quite right is because we're not watching just yet. And here we are. Now we're watching Bishops.
Okay,
you can call me whatever the hell you want as long as it's somewhere in the realm of what I am.
Oh man, I held myself back. I was gonna call you Daddy.
Why would you hold back?
You're right. Oh.
I'm gonna opt out of that one.
That's some vague energy right there. I don't know if I feel comfortable right that way.
So right now you're using Autodesk? I've never heard of this tool.
Sketchbook Auto. It's the poor man's Photoshop, we'll say, or just illustration program.
And
Is it free or is it?
Oh yeah, it's 100% free. There's a subscription service. Why is my? Oh, it's because it has the wrong pencil. That's funny.
Take your time, man. That's okay. No one's judging.
I'm judging myself. I am my own most aggressive critic, and I've had some pretty aggressive critics. But you know what? That's okay, because today I want to teach you guys the value of friendship by being the main antagonist in the story and really just making your lives difficult. Because according to this D&D thing, Gian, is it Guion or Gian?
Just Jake, please.
Okay, I'll go. All right, just Jake. Just Jake set us up with a quiz kind of dealio. that was like, hey, I need y'all to take this kind of D&D personality test. It's gonna like, plot you out on a moral map and then give you a class and your stats and stuff. And I got a wizard, probably with the most moral flexibility out of everybody here because I am lawful evil. Might be the byproduct of some guesswork, or I might actually just be an asshole. You never know. And I like to keep them guessing. So it said human, lawful evil sorcerer kind of dealio guy, and I don't like humans. Humans are boring, so I'm a skeleton, as I always am.
Like I said, you can associate your OCs to this. I'm not really.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too.
I'm not going to like judge you guys on it. Do whatever you guys want that feels comfortable. I am a big, and I cannot. Well, big as in a big size, but also big as in a human being who loves D&D.
You're a big heart.
I have played so much D&D.
I'm jealous.
I used to DM a lot. You can ask Kai. I mainly DM most of the campaigns that I'm part of. I have a campaign book that I've written that's almost like 70 something pages long.
Holy shit, that's so cool.
Do you want to see it?
It is.
Kinda, yeah.
I'll show it to you once we get out of this. I'll send it to you. It's really cool.
Ooh.
I've had such a talented group of people that's part of it. Like the world was designed mainly by them.
Crap. We'll just leave it at that for now.
And so like I love D&D, and the worst part about me though is I'm a huge min-maxer. Like
boy.
That's
fun.
And think that it's not even like mostly intentional. It's more like I figure it out and I'm like, oh, that's handy. So I joined a buddies campaign that we're a part of. We usually do it every Sunday or so. We used to, at least. I miss it, people. But anyways,
damn, that was kind of like really. That carried so many notes of depression. It kind of felt a little too real.
So I built a fighter who only uses shields as weapons.
Oh, that guy! I saw that.
So. So like I and there's a lot of cool things about this, and he was really weak in the beginning, but like I'm talking like a guy whose armor class at level 4, this is only with one shield stats, is around 20, like 19 and 20. So I'm
legit shield hero.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's not even plot armor anymore. It's just armor.
It's just armor.
I don't really like to play I don't really like to play fighter classes. Normally, I like to be a spellcaster or
nerd. Oh wait,
big facts.
Hey, I always play paladins because I like being a support player but still be able to tank.
Nerd.
Have you seen Nugget, the man, the myth,
dude?
the
I remember Nugget. I ran part of that campaign.
I don't know if you can throw it up on stream. His
character was named Nugget.
Yeah. Okay. So let me.
He was such a lad.
He is a 1 foot tall dragonborn, and he is one of the most chaotic characters I've ever played. Because it's just he was always horny and then like
whoa.
We'd always get into really bad situations, and funny enough, I got us into some better ones. I remember we went to a shopkeeper.
Made a bad situation better.
We were trying to get stuff because we ran out of supplies to get into a building. We were trying to steal something. And so I was like, can I roll to seduce the shop owner? And he's like, oh, god damn it. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, god damn it.
Nat 20.
Oh, no.
Nat 20. And so Nugget just starts making out with the shopkeeper. I don't know if this is appropriate on stream.
Bombs, rope.
I won't go into detail, but like they sneak in behind while I'm doing that. They get this stuff, and then we leave. And then as we're walking away, Nugget holds up like the call me thing. He looks at me, he's like, call me.
Why?
Nugget. Oh man, he was. I always play like really dumb characters. Because it's funny to like screw with people, because you can't tell if he's actually intentionally being stupid or like faking being stupid. I think there was another campaign where I had to roll to see if I could like get a math problem right or wrong, because that was one of my character's weaknesses.
Just
Oh wow, what was that you just did? Where you linked your link? Did you link all those like layers
I
together?
merged them. I merged them like a weirdo.
Cool
Wow, that was
stuff.
wild though.
Merge.
I'm trying to like merge into traffic. I'm not ready to get on the freeway.
I saw you start adding like layers and
I love
layers
that
and
movie.
layers, and I'm sitting there like, oh no, is he just going to do this to make me pain? Like,
Dude, look, you know how many layers I get to, all right? And
So many.
it takes me multiple. Damn it, I probably shouldn't have done that. It takes me multiple
Same.
tries to get to anything. Get that stuff working, get that good juice flowing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a process, like all things. And you said we could like pre-sketch, so I did. I have this piece of paper in front of me.
yeah. It's
Um,
always good to like if you want to like pre-sketching is. I'm not really gonna be against that. I'm more excited about next month's podcast because that one.
Okay, already trying to push me to the curb. I got you.
No.
I'm
excited about that one because that one's gonna require just so much like thought. This one, you took a test and this is where you're at. You know, this is it. So I mean, like you have basically a pre-designed thing that you can kind of go for. Adding your own OC and everything else that you want to do to it is one thing. Like, but like you already know what you're going through. One person's gonna be something rather than a determined. But we're talking like we're mixing two genres together, baby, and I'm excited. Like
that one's gonna be fun.
I almost might jump in on that one.
Might
Maybe.
does not mean you will, and that is a more disappointing thought to ever float into my brain than anything else, to be honest.
I don't really. Oh yeah, everyone who's watching, please don't forget to also follow / subscribe / I don't know what they say. Whatever insert YouTube thing.
What a weird segue.
I was watching this and I'm like, I can actually see the updates on my Streamlabs, and I'm like, I haven't seen those in forever. People are following this, and I'm like, fantastic.
I could have checked out
It is
more
all
links,
according
but
to
I ended up
plan.
going first, so
No, yeah, like you were already like pretty much predetermined to go first, I suppose. Like I thought.
I guess with that energy.
Oh, thank you.
We tagged you. You were it.
Oh, Mamiji,
Yeah,
thank
we
you
can
so
all-
much.
Oh, that's
Meme
That's my boyfriend.
Yeah, you want to say hi to him?
Hi, hun.
Oh.
I'm on TV.
and you're not.
Oh no!
It's okay. I hang out with them all the time. They're pretty
I
great.
love him. He's great.
You guys are great. Power
Aw.
couple.
We've been through a lot of shit together.
Some bonds are best forged and shit.
Yeah, you know, you're not entirely wrong.
Aw, he said hi with a lot of eyes.
Yeah, he does that.
Or wise? Or is it really just? All right, that's a lot of eyes, bro.
It's
He's a goofball,
Oh,
but
spider!
he's my goofball.
I think it's like
He's a-
6 or 7 eyes I count. That's a lot of eyes.
Goofy
You
goober.
okay, Bishop?
Am I okay?
Yes, you said spider.
I was just joking because of all the eyes and. You
Oh.
know what? Never mind. You know what? Never mind. Pretend I said nothing.
So
Pretend I said nothing. What?
Fresh,
Yes,
you use Photoshop.
I sure do.
What an interesting conversation starter. This couldn't go wrong at all, any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna ask you some questions since I'm old.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, how old we talking?
I'm old.
Okay.
So
Anything else you'd like to add?
Old.
if I mention how old I am, like like it's sort of like the Grim Reaper just kind of gets closer to me.
Yeah,
Game
he petted
over.
dinosaurs.
At one point in my
Hey,
life,
how old were you when the wheel was invented? We'll work off of that.
Dinosaurs?
like 2.
What do they feel like?
Like
I was 80 years old when the wheel was invented. You got nothing on me, boy.
I'm gonna,
Get that weak shit out of here. I didn't fight in 7,000 wars to die like this. You gotta respect your damn elders, boy.
oh man,
Oh yeah, old man.
All right, throw me those sexy Photoshop questions.
relatively sexy.
Relatively, okay.
Yeah, so like you have oh yeah, and also you guys can also tune in. Everyone who's in the podcast, y'all should pull it up on your phone or something like that. Let's get as many views as we can because we crave them.
We create them. We crave
You're a
eyes,
group
even
of
if they're
attention whores.
they're totally
Literally.
like not deserved, but we crave them. This feeds our dark passenger, this ego.
This is big truth.
Right.
I noticed he was making straight lines, and what is the best way to make straight lines with Photoshop that's like not having to like use a ruler?
That ain't Gucci at all.
So normally, how I learned, I watched a lot of tutorials on how to draw.
Mhm.
No, not how to draw. How to do like straight lines in Photoshop.
Oh, there we go.
A lot.
I died there for a second. My bad.
Oh no!
Good.
It did.
I
Oh, hello there.
that was my bad. Hi, sorry.
You good?
That's my shitternet acting up again.
Holy shit! I saw your internet name and I died.
Yeah, his.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
Parents have
probably
a lot of
shouldn't.
fun naming the Wi-Fi. I think it's hilarious.
We do all kinds of dumb shit here, alright? Resident dumbasses.
I'm in.
I love his family. His family's
I
great.
probably shouldn't have actually like pulled that up though.
Sergeant Dan, welcome. And Kai,
Why
welcome.
is there a zombie?
Oh,
Sergeant
I don't
Dan.
have anything to put on here, man. I didn't make anything like to do with it. I might do a little pop-up thing like I did in my old stuff,
Yeah, that'd be
but-
fun.
but it's now
Freaking
just
hell.
typical zombie.
Alright, now we turn that shit down. Way down, boy. Way down, boy.
So, anyway, going back to the straight lines thing, I found out that there's I normally do my sketches separate from my line art. Normally, how it works, right?
Right.
So whenever I do my line work, it's what is it? You have to be like confident and quick, which means if you have to, you can go back and delete the line that you just did. I'll probably show. It's better explained if I show you when I get into that.
No, you're just explaining
But,
things that I already like do now, and I'm like, I
Oh,
was hoping there was a cheat.
There was a secret?
Yeah.
There's
some
that's my
magic.
secret. There is no secret.
No, I'm still when it comes to a lot of things, I'm still kind of a novice, but
Novice.
I'm learning.
Nova
I'm
Scotia.
not
Oh,
afraid to
God.
learn new things.
God, I'm really.
If
not
anybody
doing
has
that right
advice
now.
for me while I'm drawing, feel free to throw it at me. I also have a Twitter where you can complain about how bad I am at drawing.
Oh, no, that's
I'm
a
only
bad idea.
kidding.
You shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I'll take constructive criticism, but there's a difference between constructive criticism and just hate.
And just being an asshole.
Yeah.
It's
We
true.
don't like assholes.
If
I
you
don't think
tell
anybody
me
does.
you suck and don't give me a reason for why I suck, how can I take that as criticism? You're just
Or
telling me
or
I
as some,
suck.
like how
But
does
you're
one
not
improve
wrong,
from the state of sucking?
But in what context do I suck? You know, like.
Oh, that's. I see what you did there. That was
Yeah.
hella gay.
While I'm in a hella gay relationship, so.
You know what? You're right. You got this, bro. You're a strong, independent woman. Oh.
Am I a strong, independent black woman who don't need?
No,
No,
I
man.
need a man. No, that's a lie. No, I need a man.
You need a man. You need a man. Don't even at. You,
I won't even add.
you see me in there. You can't even say that with a straight face, bro.
He's here.
With a gay face, bro.
I'll say it with a gay face.
So the line, how I draw straight lines,
Yeah.
I use I think it's called the macro tool
I'm
because
not
there's an
even there
option. Yeah.
Which you also use Photoshop?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's piggybacking mine.
Okay, the macro tool.
Yet. Yep.
That's cool.
I'm hiding in the background like a ninja.
Ooh.
A ninja. An
Well,
eighth
your
grade
name's
ninja.
also Kai, so you're like the red ninja from the.
Oh my god!
The what?
You know Ninjago, the Lego stuff.
Hey, I
No.
don't think they were born in the right generation. But
My nephews.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember Legos. I like Legos. I'm not fond of any of like the pre-made sets really.
Oh man.
What are you talking about?
There's
You
pre-made?
live
There's nothing pre-made.
you have an
Okay,
ATST on your desk.
Shh, that is yours. That's different. I'm talking about like Lego games and Lego movies and
Let's see.
like all
I
the.
think
You
my
literally
God.
have a Lego ATST on your desk.
I do because it's Star Wars and it's amazing.
Oh my god, Star Wars! Oh! Oh!
But Ninjago is not even Legos, really. It's
I
like
mean,
It,
to an
offshoot.
extent.
No, Ninjago
It's
is
like-
still Lego. It is still
Yeah.
Lego. And not to throw anything about it, but it literally says Lego and then Ninjago. So,
Ninjago, yeah. It has to be
Yes, 'cause I've
specific.
totally
Oh,
looked at anything.
Oh man,
I've bought
Related
many.
to
Ooh,
Ninjago.
That
so
was
many
my
people here.
shit back in the day.
how many people are here?
Are
We
there?
have a little bit of people.
7. I see 7 viewers.
But guys,
That's
please don't hesitate to like some
Alright,
stuff.
I'm
or
gonna go
follow some things.
sling this thing around. Hold on.
Yeah, you should sling that around. Even on that
gonna
one
go-
server.
That one. Did you
Bishop?
put it there?
I don't think so. I think
Oh.
they have a very specific
Here, I
place
got
for
it.
it.
And can we also post it on our own server that I completely forgot to actually say that we're live
No,
on?
you did. You put there.
Probably should have done that, buddy.
Probably should have. I completely
But-
forgot about it.
What do you want from me?
The Are you drawing yourself or are you drawing an NPC
That I take
Well-
offense to that.
character?
We're all NPCs
This
in
is-
somebody's life.
Yeah. Hey, at least I don't have an essential status, so I can take solace in the fact that I can die. Instead of, getting knocked over, only to have to give the same 5 quests again.
Hmm.
Oh no. I mean, it could be like Skyrim. If you die, like, that's just done.
You just flop on the ground unceremoniously.
Vampire attack.
I heard they were filming the Dun God. No, stop that again!
I love
God
that
gets
quest
nervous
line.
when someone approaches with the sword drawn.
Okay. So
Was an
I'm
adventure
gonna-
like you once until you got narrowed the D.
I was intentionally avoiding that one.
It's my favorite.
Where do I put
I think it's like the one only the vast majority of people know sometimes. It's just like, hey, do you know
Sometimes,
anyone?
yeah.
No.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
Did
I'm sorry.
someone steal your sweet roll?
Yes.
Did
someone steal your sweet
roll, Kakarot?
Okay. I'm giving up on this one server because I can't find a place to put the damn thing.
Aw.
Oh,
I can't actually
was
go on anywhere on Discord because I'm recording Discord. So then people
Yeah,
will see
no,
Discord,
well,
and that doesn't really work.
We'll be your people gremlins and we'll.
Oh.
the immersion is ruined. My experience.
I keep wanting to throw it in like gaming, but I'm like, we're not gaming though.
I mean, you could.
We could be. It's D&D.
I mean,
D&D's gaming.
it
Yeah.
technically counts. I actually could throw it in like any kind
Just
of
because it's not a video game.
Yeah.
SWR.
Should I throw it in art? I'll throw it in art.
It counts.
Yeah, it
We-
counts.
Both
Oh.
count.
Out here.
Mixed media.
streaming
We're all
art,
breathing in
go.
oxygen, guys. We out here breathing so much oxygen right now. Just.
I gotta. Speaking about that,
Oh,
I
no.
have a tendency of doing that with this microphone. Like I'll be real close, and you'll hear like, like just constant breathing.
Disappointed
Sigh
dad
for-
cry.
Sigh for me, so disappointed that I take so much pressure. And the level of disappointment you're emulating right now.
I mean, like usually, if I'm really disappointed, someone will hear it. It'll be talked about.
Me.
I'm super petty.
Mm.
Oh, how reassuring.
Oh, we're going with the hood, man. Rocking it.
Hood.
It's
Oh,
giving me
yeah.
it's giving me like Skeletor and Ultron vibes.
I'll get you next time,
I feel that.
He-Man.
I'm feeling that too.
Like Skeletor, but like posing like Ultron.
I am
Yeah.
Skeletron. I'm Skeletron, actually. I'm a hybrid of the two. I'm the
Ooh.
worst. I'm the worst enemy you've faced yet, He-Man.
You remember the
Dr.
one
Dibble?
store that we went to
No.
that had like
Meanwhile.
the one staff?
Wait, what?
You remember the store we went to? They had Skeletor staff, like just
Oh my gosh, they had the
Like-
whole thing just set up, yeah, and the
Oh,
stupid, the Warhog thing that was like, what do we call it? It was like the
That's-
A150
the
Warhog.
plane.
Like,
Yeah.
it had 3 engines on it. It was obviously based off the Instant Warhog, but this was back when like toys didn't even like care about looking realistic at all. Had 3 engines. It was definitely inspired by the A10, but it had the dumbest layout of everything I've ever seen in my life. It had a central turret, like a bomber would in like World War II, which had an engine obscuring it from behind. So if there is a target like right behind that thing, it is shooting its own engine if the gunner isn't,
Oof.
not. So rest in pieces. I'll meet you on the ground.
Blind spot.
Blind spot. It's like that. It's like a scene in Indiana Jones where the guy, when Indy's dad's like, they got us, Indy. They got us. You idiot old man! You shot the tail rudder. Don't even try. Don't even try that. All right? Don't even. No. Stop it. Get some help.
That was the Holy Grail one, wasn't it?
Yeah. You got it. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I used to watch them a lot.
Going with a pauldron here, huh? Rocking a pauldron.
Ooh, some battle armor.
I need to grab that link again. I found a funny picture that I wanted to go like on Twitter, and I accidentally copied the link on that, and then I copied and pasted that. And I was about to type out, "This is where we're streaming." Like,
Apparently, pictures are more important.
but it was funny Godzilla and King Kong with the get along shirt.
Monkey go burp.
I still need to watch King
You
Kong.
saved me.
I
Why?
absolutely love anything with giant monsters.
Sim.
Oh man,
It's so good.
Breathes kaiju movies.
Pacific Rim, I'm there. Pacific Rim 2,
Sim.
fucking
Leave my side,
anything Godzilla. I loved King of the Monsters. I kind of liked the 2016
The first
version,
one.
but it could have been better. There was
Could've.
not enough
Definitely.
Godzilla, and the movie is called Godzilla.
That was the
What the heck,
purpose.
guys?
That
That's
was
the point,
was
though.
the
You never
point.
really see Godzilla in the original one.
yeah. That was
So like
it.
the fight scene.
That is fair. I'll give it that.
They were really trying to pay that homage, and So Pacific Rim.
Okay, Kong, chill.
Here's my
Oh,
old. here's,
Hot take.
Sorry, you walked right into that one.
here's my only thing about Pacific Rim. Like, I just wish that there was no actual story. I just
But it
wish
doesn't
that they
get
would
away.
just be quiet and just fight monsters. That's all I wanted. I wish that there was no
would've had it
actual human interaction. I would have been like, shut up. Just shut up. Get in the monster.
Just-
Get in the mech.
just wanna
Get in
try
the
with
goddamn mech.
Get in the mech.
Hey, what are you doing? Talking? Nah.
Get
That's
in the mech,
exact-
Shinji. Get in the mech.
Get the
Get-
fuck in that
hey.
goddamn mech.
Hey, listen. See that mech right there? Get inside of it. Go. Bye. I don't want to see you again until that thing is either destroyed or that monster is destroyed, alright?
So,
Okay. You're either coming back in a body bag or a big cool mech?
one or the
Damn,
other.
alright, bro. One or the other. Choose.
I mean, you get to pick the color of the buddy bag.
Yeah, you
not,
got
if
the-
you're, not if you're
It
dead.
matches your mech. No, it matches your mech.
That you picked beforehand.
Yeah, you pick beforehand.
Mm-mm.
Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, I was just stopping by. I wanted to see if you wanted to pick your body bag, or we can just choose for you. Just imagine it's like,
It's
What?
part of like the application.
and
Yeah,
just
what's
sign
my
here
body
and here and pick a
bag?
color for your body bag. I'm sorry, what?
Can I get it in like the gayest, hottest pink you can find?
Oh man, I was about to be like, that is some super vibrant pink.
I want those eyes to hurt as much as I did when that thing tears me out of the chat. Oh wait, that's spoilers.
I want mine to be like highlighter green, just to be annoying, you know?
Oh,
Like
You
you
know
know,
what's
Cosmo
obnoxious?
Wanda, like Cosmo green.
what's even worse? This shade of blue. This hurts.
Oof.
This
Oh,
physically.
stop.
Oh,
Put
get
it
it out
back.
of here! Get it out of here!
Put it back.
That's what me and my friends call eye piercing blue because it really do pierce your irises.
See, I think
Painful violet.
those bright colors only work as like lighting and like energy colors. Like, in Warframe.
don't even work like that.
Like very rarely will it actually work.
Ugh. Very rarely will I actually work. I'm a bump. No.
Oh,
Alright.
Third that emotion.
All
don't
right.
let Jake lie. He works very, very hard.
I,
He
dude, I
does.
do
He
not.
worked. You worked hard to get us all together in this one spot.
I mean, let's be realistic. No.
No.
Are you holding us at gunpoint? I wasn't aware of it. I was told there was free food.
I
I
lied.
mean,
I'm gonna be real. I lied.
there were free cookies, but I ate them.
Dang
They were- They were stale, anyways. Every time someone joined, welcome. The guardrails are there for a reason. We have initiate cookies in the corner, but they're stale as hell.
I ate them.
Yeah, you ate them though. That was more like
They're
a.
just crumbs.
I was,
You can
I was more
snort the
impressed
crumbs,
than
go nuts.
offended. Snort the Do you remember that one?
Dedication tactic.
just on the subject of D&D and snorting things, I know it's a weird segue, but trust me, there is maybe a good reason. Do you remember that
Bishop
time
and I go way back.
We go way back.
We've been friends since, is it sophomore year?
It's a long time period. I'll
Of
give
high
you that.
school or college?
High
High
school.
school.
And
Oh.
it's now, we've graduated and we're adults, and I think it's been
Well,
almost a year
okay,
since
a
we
little
graduated.
asterisk above that one.
Asterisk
'cause
on- heavy air quotes on adults.
Adults, yeah, I'm kind of like not.
If you, we run
there.
around and shoot each other with Nerf guns. Okay, that's how
That's how
mature we are.
That's how we're moving. That's how we're moving through quarantine. All right, we go out, we meet up at a park, make sure everything's all nice and distance, and then we just shoot at each other.
We just shoot each other.
Just continuously
really
shouting
fun.
6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say 6 feet, 6 feet, and they're like holding the gun.
6 feet.
Step the back.
Oh no.
Oh man, we gotta do that now.
Hey, 6 feet. Oh my god.
Oh man, when I was younger.
How long ago was that again? I need a reminder on like the good old BC counter.
When I was like
Invention of dust.
Not that old. I know you're not that
18.
old.
When me and my friends all hung out, we used to go out into cornfields and camp for the weekend and LARP.
That's actually kind of cool.
So we used to literally just chill out and camp and then run around and hit each other with wooden swords that we built. And
See, I had scouts. There was no LARPing. It was just hitting each other with wooden swords
we did
Don't
that
even
too.
talk to me about scouts. Ugh.
or sticks. Yeah, we got completely different experiences, buddy.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you had a-
carry on.
Anyway, continue.
So like, I mean, we've also invested heavily in Nerf guns where we used to design and build and like paint them and do all the modding.
What a guy.
And like
I
in my
love
house
that.
at this very instant, my nephews are here, so I told them I had to tell my nephews, I'm like, yo, since at this certain point, like from about 5 o'clock to 8, no one make a goddamn noise. But that's not the important part of the story. The important part is actually I have Nerf guns in my house.
Even arsenal.
We literally
Yeah.
so at nighttime when it gets like super dark, we used to we have these old grandfather chairs. And we put them up between like 2 different sections of the house, between like the dining room and the living room. And we used to set up these giant blanket things, these like forts, and
We still do that.
yes.
He was trying to avoid that. I could tell. He's like, I want to play
No, we
this.
still
Like,
do that.
I'm really old and I'm mature now.
I'm an
Come on.
adult.
I am boring adult. I have responsibilities and I do the good things like file my taxes. Nobody files taxes. Come on.
I filed my taxes. I was very upset with them, actually.
Oh,
But anyways,
Okay.
it's a sad day for me. So yeah,
an okay day to stream.
own it. There's nothing mature about that, man. Well, I mean, it's mature. It's mature. Did you follow this
See-
yet? Did you follow this page? Because it doesn't seem like you follow this page. I didn't see a ding that says your name on
You're
here.
like threatening.
A little aggressive there, buddy.
So I think my philosophy
Hey, it's
about
heresy.
growing up is that you
Oh,
can
thank
be
you.
as old as you want, but you can still like have times where you can act like a kid.
Of
I
course.
think it's totally excusable if you're like 40, 30 years old and you still play with Transformers. I think that's cool. Like Jobby the Hong, for example, he's a toy reviewer, but he's still like he's got that adult humor there. Like my dad is around 60 years old, and me and him talk
Okay,
like we.
Your dad isn't a fair standard because he's so cool, dude.
I'm sorry.
That's so like not fair.
I strive to be like him, except maybe not in the music aspect, just in terms of a good person.
Aw.
I love my dad. He's great.
That's pretty awesome.
He's like we joke about like sex and stuff. It's funny.
Pretty funny. I can't do that with my dad. I make a joke like that, and he's like that. I get that Ron Swanson look, you know. He goes, but he's also the kind of guy
Your
who like
dad
"Look, I'm a
has
what's up,
that
Ron?"
Ron Swanson look all the
He's-
time. What are you talking about?
I know it's permanently attached to his face. I've tried removing it. The crowbar broke. Okay. Anyways,
Your parents are great though. I love your
you're
parents.
cool, Dad, as you were saying.
Oh, do they know about my dad played for the neighborhood for a little while.
We did that quarantine concert.
Yeah, for the quarantine concert. We did it right out front our garage. Everyone was social distance and stuff. Had the cops called on us a couple times, not because we were culminating and breaking any rules. We weren't, and we got permission from the neighborhood to do it.
Most important part right there of that story.
And there was like one family secluded out who I don't like them. They're not the worst people, but they're not people. You know what I mean?
In terms of
They're
ruining
not-
the fun,
They're not.
They're not
Social?
people.
They don't like people, kind of people, you know. And
Not
I
people.
can't blame them, but like we had every right to do what we were doing. And we kept getting noise complaints, which my dad thinks is awesome because he's 60 years old and he's getting noise complaints. That is
Still got it.
hilarious.
Still got it.
It's exactly what he said. He's like, I still got it, and it's like, it's great.
What a guy.
Yeah, I know, and it just kind of sucks that we can't do it anymore. But it was fun for what it was worth. And we kind of basically made friends with like half the neighborhood now.
So I do way more planning on detail, but this is not working out. Not with
It's
this time
looking
frame.
fine so far, honestly.
It
You're
looks
doing
good.
well. Yeah, don't stress too much about
Yeah.
this. You're doing fine. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So, you mentioned that your dad used to do that. You see, my dad was more like the Ron Swanson, honestly, in my opinion.
The Ron Swanson dad.
Tell us more about that.
Oh God. How do I explain this? So me and my dad never really got along like politically. Like we were always a very different political like branch of like
Yeah.
idealisms. Me, I was like the hippie love child that he was once at one point, and he's like everyone needs a gun and everyone needs to shoot it now.
Oh.
Oh, my favorite. We might be getting into some dangerous territory here in terms of stream viewer
yeah.
Yeah,
retention.
so we'll
Oh.
we'll hold back like politically about what's going on. But my dad was a very stern individual, and he was also the weirdest hermit I've ever met in my life. So,
Hopefully the only
Your
hermit.
dad, you've lived with them.
like, the best way to explain it is like he hates people and everything that exists that's not inside the house that he's living in. So, like, if
He's an isolationist, like the good old 1800s America.
it was wild. One time we got this giant swing set for the kids, right? And I'd never seen my dad just switch the like I have to talk to people mode on before. Like I've always seen my father at the same like I hate people and everything around me. So like this guy drops off this giant swing set. It's about like almost 200 pounds of like equipment that we had to put together. And like all of a sudden I see my dad and he has this the worst frown of his life, and then he turns around to this person, and then all of a sudden it's like a switch. His eyes light up. He has a smile on his face, and he's like, "Yeah, how long did it take you to put this?" Blah 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 blah. blah. And I'm like, "Oh no, you talk to people." Like,
Oh, you poor I'm a child. How dare you interact with another human being?
I'm
Oh,
like,
the tragedy!
you actually
That reminds
communicate
me.
with others? Like,
No, the switch card just reminds me, like, if my mom or grandma would be yelling at us as kids, and then they would get a phone call, and then they would go from yelling to, like, super sugary sweet on the phone, and it was such a dramatic switch, it was so terrifying.
I know that one.
but my
It
dad,
scared me more than them just yelling at me.
my dad was
Just
very
turn off
family
the timer.
oriented. He was a very family person. That's pretty much it.
That-
Like,
That
and he-
sounds funny coming from Ron Swanson.
yeah, he had to.
You had to.
He had to family. He had to be dad.
Be dead.
Now, a question I like to ask a lot
That's
is,
true.
who were you in high school? Like, what kind of kid were you?
Like me specifically?
Just anybody.
God,
I like
okay,
to ask
so
this question to everyone.
like the fun thing about me is I was the fat kid.
Oh.
And not only that, like I was not only just the fat kid, but I was a fat kid in a high school and also like school of like 300, 500 people.
Oh.
So I was the only fat kid, but I was also the kid. My dad would have probably been part of this podcast. Of course your dad would have, man. My dad too. He would have listened. My dad would have loved to fucking listen to this stupid shit. He would love to hear me fucking
Ah,
complain
yes,
about
my
him.
son is such a disappointment.
Oh no.
My dad
We're
would have.
getting there.
My dad wouldn't have said that, sadly.
Sadly.
What do you mean sadly?
What do you mean sadly? I was trying to get you to be like, no, he would actually love me, and I'll be like,
No,
oh, there you go.
my dad had this thing where like emotions were never a thing. Like he never
Oh,
like.
every-
So even if I was a disappointed man, it would have to take some work to get him to say anything that had to do with like my son doing anything.
Ah,
Yeah. So I mean, he was his own like quiet, reserved, emotions aren't a real thing person.
hella emotions.
And then he had cancer, and that was a
Blood.
complete 360 or 180 or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, my grandpa was the same way.
Yeah, so when my dad had cancer, everything changed. It was like emotions are everything, and I needed to tell you everything that I know and I need to feel, and have to let you know that I'm also sad all the time. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Thanks, that would have been nice to know. How many years ago?
And that would have been great to hear. When huh?
I was gonna. Were you like the quiet kid, the popular kid, the everybody?
That's what he's trying to get at, but I think the answer is
Quiet.
Is
Were
I'm-
you the quiet
quiet.
kid?
I was definitely the quiet kid, and I got along with everybody just fine. I was
Okay.
ironically the kid that people thought that they could buy drugs from. So like,
Ah, you were that too?
mhm.
I'm pretty sure most people I went to school with thought I did drugs because I look like a drug addict, but I'm not.
What an odd
I've-
sentence to throw around.
I've never touched a weed before. You know,
He never
Like,
even
A
ate
single
a
weed.
single weed.
Not a single
weed.
marijuana.
Yeah, I think we
Not
had this
you.
conversation like last week.
I was very much. Let's see. I was
I think we did.
when I was
We
a
did.
teenager. I was an asshole. I still am an
Mhm.
asshole.
I'm pretty sure most teenagers are assholes, so
It's
you're
true.
not.
Yeah. No.
I
You're not
think that's
wrong
why the
with that.
stereotype is damn teens, you know?
You damn.
Yeah.
Get off
Kids
my,
off my-
goddamn lawn.
Exactly.
We've all been there. I mean, not everyone, but
No,
a lot of the people who
good job if you haven't.
have been in like the ranges of middle school to high school. Fucking teenagers are assholes, all right? I was a teenager once. I hate myself as a teenager. I hate teenagers.
I would sock myself in the jaw.
I would have beaten the shit out of myself. Even
man.
though it would just be like watching two sticks hit each other, but
Just slap the two little twigs together.
yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'd pay money to watch that.
So Momiji says I was always the tweaker-looking kid. I was the asshole. Oh, thanks, Heresy. Appreciate that. I was the asshole in school.
Whomst?
So I guess now you know. That's what Momiji was always called in school, as tweaker-looking kid. That's sad,
Aw.
man.
Tweaker looking kid. What is?
Well, babe, it's okay. I'm here for you now. You don't have to be the tweaker kid anymore.
Oh
You don't have to be the tweaker-looking kid alone anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, there you go. You guys
Yeah.
can
we can
tweak
be
out
we can be the tweaker
together.
people together, you know.
Tweaker power couple.
I was the quiet kid turned semi-popular kid. Not to brag or anything.
Dude, you did turn popular though. I'm so.
I completely 180'd
You
from
did
middle
180.
school. I was so quiet in middle school. I hated everybody. I'd always go into the counselor's office crying.
You weren't the only one.
Man, it sucked. I hated middle school. And then, like, end of high school, I met a friend, who I owe a lot to. He's a great guy. And he helped me kind of, like, break out of my shell a little bit. And
Was
then
it graphics user interface?
Huh?
Was it graphics user interface guy?
We don't talk to graphics user interface guy anymore. Remember I told you he was an ass?
Okay, sorry.
But, there's another guy. He was kind of like the jock nerd, so he was cool.
The Jerd, we called him.
The nerd. Like everybody loved him. He was great. I don't know why he bothered to even look at me. But he ended up being a really good friend throughout high school. We didn't always
Wait, was that the
hang
guy
out.
who? Was it the big guy with the curly hair? Or am I thinking someone else?
No, you might be thinking of someone else.
Okay, never mind. Because that guy was hilarious.
Oh man. But yeah, he helped me get out of that. Then freshman year hits, and then like freshman all the way to senior was like just a slow slog on being the quiet kid who now goes to the person everybody likes watching on the news. Because I was in broadcast for a while, and broadcast was like completely changed who
Y'all
I
changed
was.
that class, dude.
I loved broadcasting. Every day I went into class, like that was the thing that I looked most forward to. I loved the teacher. She was like, I'm still friends with her now. I talk with her every now and then. She's also into D&D, funny enough.
That's awesome. That's so
And
that's so cool.
we're trying to put together a D&D campaign once the whole thing's over.
Dude, I don't know how many people can actually say that.
Oh my god, it's great. Uh, she's friends with several of the people who graduated with me. Uh, and we had a lot of fun hanging out. And there were several people in that class that kind of my buddy throughout the whole thing, because you kind of had a partner that would help you throughout. Like it wasn't a set specific one, but I mostly chose him because if he's holding a camera and I'm holding a microphone, it's just pure chaos on film, and it's so much fun. We did like skits with like a message behind it, which didn't always see true. At least there was a punchline.
No,
Mostly. And like I was very self-conscious about like being like the guy who does the stupid stuff on the TV, but everyone liked it. So every time I talked with people, I felt better about it because I didn't feel like I was just pumping out crap with my friend. And it's like it was pretty decent quality too, for because I liked the cameras that they let us use. They were really good. I think they were like 1080. Can't
Oh no,
remember.
those ones are good, y'all.
They were
the
beefy.
stuff you had for a high school broadcast crew, you guys are really
Pretty
good.
Yeah, I was proud of the whole class. Like we did a lot of fun stuff.
Perks being a Zoomer.
I think most of what we needed was kind of like a change of like teacher because the old teacher was very by the books.
Yeah, Miss Chris.
And she was great. Don't get me wrong. I really liked her.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it went from now we can like kind of play around with the rules a little bit and break the norm because she was too with the norm of what originally was like there was
Broadcast
this yeah it was like what's going on in the school, what's going on in the school 2, what's going on in the school 3, and it's like all this other stuff that is already normally covered and everybody knows about it. And it went from that to now we're talking about the bizarre ones, the ones that are more out there, like the clubs, maybe some more nerd things. Like we did this one segment that was so much fun, about a pinball convention in our area. And one of our teachers was like one of the lead people who ran the thing, and we were allowed to interview him for it. And he was one of my old teachers, which we had great chemistry, and I love this dude.
Was he a chemistry teacher?
No, he was actually a Photoshop teacher. Funny enough, that's where I started Photoshop. So it comes full circle.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I miss him. He was great.
I'm learning stuff too here.
I don't blame him for leaving. Our school kind of sucks.
We'll leave that out. We'll leave that out.
We'll leave that out. We'll leave that out. And so
not a lot of schools are really like the best.
yeah.
Mine was okay.
It wasn't the worst.
Okay, weird flex.
Like we had fun experiences. I remember a lot of good people. I went from hating everybody to now only hating a few people. You know.
When I met you, or first.
Yeah, I think the first time I met you, Bishop, like I hated you. Which is really ironic because we're like best friends now. I think it was because I was still in that shut-in kind of mood. Like I hate everybody and I wish they'd leave me alone.
You were very much checking my vibe.
I was very like I think one of the people in one of my classes who was taller than me, stronger than me, and could probably beat the ever-loving shit out of me if I tried something, which I never did. And he was scared of me. And I'm like, what are you scared of? I'm scrawny, I'm skinny, I'm the most passive person you could meet. And he's like, he's staring at me. He's like, I'm looking at the desk where my paper is. What are you talking about? To go from that to now, people aren't afraid to talk to me. It felt good knowing that people would, they're no longer afraid of this person who probably looks like a school student. Cause like I grew my hair out. I still do. I'm a goth. I wear goth clothes.
Long hair.
Long hair.
I wouldn't really qualify what you wear as goth. Like for the average viewer, they would look at what you wear. It's just like this isn't goth. It's just.
It's more like pastel goth. So kind of like.
But it's purple goth. It's like purple goth and
purple.
Hey.
So we have a question. Oh, and also thank you for following Prosagro. I know you. Julia is asking.
That felt like a veiled threat, kind of. A very thin veiled threat. Holy cow!
Julia is asking, is this drawing a bad guy skeleton? Asking for her 4-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, he's lawful evil, so there's that.
Yeah.
He needs some convincing to do some good deeds. Dirty deeds done dirty.
All of the
D4C.
D4C.
Morally questionable objectives done at a price that is marketed above a standard.
I ain't gay, but $20
This
is
is $20. I was trying to build up to that one. You beat me to it.
So far, it looks like you're pretty finished, though. It looks like you're.
I'm good. Yeah, this is one of my digital sketches. That's just what I'm doing. Plan on adding a few more things. I can also post probably the digital or the normal sketch. I can throw that up there. Just slap that up in a minute.
No, I mean, like, it looks like it's pretty good, except for you're adding some shade in here.
Here and there, just a little bit.
So,
That's a thing I want to add, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, for time's sake, we are getting close to where I can just put this thing down.
Yeah, it's time to put her down, Bishop.
It's time to put it down.
Pencils down.
Old Yeller style.
Oh, Yeller style!
So let's zoom it out. Let's zoom it out and take a gander.
All right, take a gander. Oh, geez. Okay, we're zooming out over here. Now, guys.
So,
Too far.
Oh, no. So go ahead and what did you get for your quiz again? It was a lawful evil sorcerer.
Lawful evil wizard, and this is a test that's supposed to reflect me, by the way. So take that as you will. I took a couple of guesses on some of the more existential ones. And apparently I'm evil then, so whatever. The Geneva Convention isn't a set of rules; it's a set of checklists. It's a checklist.
It's like a guideline, yeah. It's like a little.
Not even a guideline; it's just a checklist. All right, drop a biological warfare weapon on a hospital with wounded civilians. Sure, I'll do that.
Oh, Julia's
another
kid says.
Saturday again.
Huh?
What?
What?
Don't worry about it.
All right, so can I clap this one up?
Hold on. Let's take a gander again. So again, Julia's kid says she likes the idea that it's a bad guy skeleton and he must be strong.
He is. He will destroy the child. This kid's very observant. All right, I like this kid. This kid's awesome.
This kid's cool.
All right.
This kid's cool.
Next up is who's next up?
I'll go next if you want.
All right. All right.
Next up is Freshpants. So we're gonna.
Terrifying.
Is it better now? Right now,
yeah,
we're good.
Here.
Holy shit! I just want to point out, y'all just didn't see what just happened, but something happened. Don't worry about it.
It was like a hall of mirrors, but with a screen.
It's where you stream and it keeps repeating because it's the same video, echoing on into eternity. It's like
it's really a hall of mirrors.
Yeah, the hall of mirrors, exactly. Where it's like the. Brrr.
Well, he said.
There's infinite of me now.
Big style.
It's like shadow clone jitsu, but it's stream clone jitsu. It's the only Naruto term I know.
Oh.
I don't watch anime.
I'm debating what I want to do for weapon.
Big time.
For weapon?
I love the anime.
What did you get for your quiz?
Wait, you love anime?
Mm-hmm.
I love anime.
That's why I'm wearing a Cowboy Bebop t-shirt right now.
I forgot you mentioned that.
I forgot a lot
Fresh.
of things.
I also.
Yeah.
What did you get for your quiz?
I got a paladin human rogue thingy.
Let me tell you
Lawful
something.
good. Lawful
Paladin
good.
rogue.
Lawful
Has
good.
morals, guys. He
How
keeps me in
do?
check.
I don't know.
I cannot stress enough that a paladin rogue is just stupid powerful.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should
definitely.
not have this
Oh, right,
power.
it's the
Got it.
smite thing.
Ah, that'd be so cool. You wouldn't have to worry about
Ambush,
your
the
armor.
power of God.
Yeah, because I mean, as a paladin, you have the ability to not only smite but also sneak attack your smite. So I mean, like,
So modern time, would that make him like a marine or special forces?
I don't know.
I'm a marine.
A. Terley says, didn't realize Gilbert Gottfried was part of this podcast. He actually is.
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh yes, I am right here.
Thank you, Gilbert.
You're welcome.
We love you.
Oh
I listened to that fucking clip you had at least like I want to say 20 times.
Don't worry, there is absolutely no self-restraint with this stupid voice. If you thought you could bring your children here, you are sorely mistaken. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I thought he was laughing so hard. I thought it sounded like a kazoo.
Oh no!
I'm dead.
My God, I'm dying.
No, that sucks.
We are
We
now
will
all
attend the
dead.
funeral shortly.
You can't.
Oh my-
You have to be 6 feet.
Bring your
Social
Nerf guns.
distancing.
Bring your Nerf guns.
Nerf guns are doing we're doing a 21 dart salute, guys.
Yes.
Try to shoot it in my casket.
In your
Yeah,
cat. Well, then we have
Double
to arc
points,
it because you
double
still gotta
points.
do like the official kind of like, up. So you gotta like arc that stuff. We're gonna have to fire off. We might as well get out some like what are the EB-25 things, you know?
I mean, we have
Someone's-
some semi-automatic ones.
Got a casualty in chat, guys. Someone spit their soda out. I'm so sorry.
That's awful.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta do it like the movie Wanted. You gotta curve the bullet. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's totally physically possible.
with a Nerf gun.
Did that actually happen? I don't remember that.
Well, Nerf gun would actually need like fins on the little. You could probably do that. Well, I know like with ATGMs, there's all kinds of fancy way they set off their anti-tank missiles for like guiding them. Like some it's like before we had the whole laser guided crap, it was with wires. Like the wires would be on the fins, and they'd like it would slow down how quickly when some of the wires are going out, and that would like curve it. It's pretty awesome. But it did have an effective range before I just had to let the thing go.
Yeah,
Hold on a minute.
just remember, Rod, when I'm dead, just curve bullets into my and if my mom gets mad, she'll be dead. If my mom the ghost gets mad,
If she's mad, she'll die. Oh, what?
No!
What? Oh, what?
if my mom the ghost gets mad, just let her know that I said so.
Uh,
It was
We
in his
got-
last will.
Mm-mm.
A couple of things. We got one of our friends. He's got another one of them attending the funeral in like a luchador costume, and he's gonna use
my god.
his dead body as a weapon and fend
And
off
whoever
everybody.
wins gets his Bionicle collection.
Whoever best luchador skeleton wielding the corpse of the recently deceased wins the Bionicle collection.
I don't know.
Oh. Oh no.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna win, just so you know.
Poetic.
Oh wait,
Poetic
you
ending.
forgot the best part. Okay, so the guy in the luchador outfit
Oh,
is
right, sorry.
wielding his body as a weapon. So
Oh,
he's
I
swings
said
it
it.
around. Oh wait, yeah, you did.
Oh,
My bad. Oh my god.
okay.
One of the
We all
funniest things I've ever heard. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion. I'm half paying attention because I'm trying.
Jake.
That's fine. I can carry a conversation. Hey, okay. To answer your question on the subject of what I look like in high school, I don't know. You could probably answer that a little
What?
bit, but I mean, I was coming off the back of being the guy you'd go to for drugs because I whacked myself up in some dumb shit. Anyways, I don't know. I looked like a weird nerd loser guy, and you know, I was skinny as a rail before that. I looked like I was basically kind of like having issues with feeding myself for the longest time until I blew up like a balloon animal in high school. So, but I guess I took Slim for life's advice. I never went to anything like that. I just went when I went up north for like college and stuff.
Wait, try
Hands are fun. You can call me weird all you want, but I think hands are fun. But no, like up there, I lost. How much was it? Like night. I went from like 260 to 175 over the course of 7 months.
Okay, that just looks. Hold on, I'm pulling this back.
It was pretty great.
I thought it looked alright, actually. I thought I was looking at your.
Sim.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
real good. And
Hold
I'm kind of disappointed you deleted that.
Yeah, you.
I'm getting an idea. I have like several references up while I'm doing this, but
Oh man,
I
my man's got
don't
like
know
30
what I'm doing.
monitors. It's like the Hackers movie.
Well, I have my desktop and my laptop. Laptop is where I'm drawing. See, because I'm a lefty, so it's really weird to draw like certain poses because everyone does it right-handed, which I get.
You
But
can always
fuck
use the
you.
mirror tool. Just mirror the entire
Oh.
canvas. Actually, that's really good for making sure your anatomy's right. Always
Yeah.
forget to do that. You mirror your entire canvas, and if the anatomy still looks right when the drawing is mirrored, you're good. But if it looks real wonky, you got to do some balancing stuff with it in the mirror position, and you just keep flipping. And then there's also like in like official art classes that you could take, like high school or whatever. They'll have you draw based off of an actual reference that's completely upside down, and you're also drawing.
I hated that.
Well, the cool thing is it like tricks your brain into not like recognizing all your tropes and stuff, the things you like
The
usually
shape.
go for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so
showing off shape.
you're just drawing what you see, and your brain isn't like like, oh, I know how that works. You're not assuming anymore. It forces you to draw what's given, kind of thing, and it's a good practice for like learning references and stuff. That's one thing I never picked up in like art classes, where it's just like these are the tools for building upon later. And now that I'm actually like doing art now, it's just like, oh wait, never mind.
Oh no.
Maybe I should have drawn that banana still life properly.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I think I got it.
Space Marine with a banana. I'm
I'm
so
a little
proud of it.
nervous. I don't normally have an audience of strangers watching me.
That's okay. There is no
And
judgment
Sim?
until otherwise specified. Maybe. I'd like to think not. I think
Yeah.
we're good.
I'm actually enjoying your work. You have.
I'm very.
I'm actually enjoying the confidence of your work. If that makes any sense. Like
I
your
think I get it. Yeah.
your line work is confident, and I like that a lot.
Makes me happy too. I mean, I had a visual reference of what I already had completed. You wouldn't have to-
I try to show off confidence in my like my drawings, like
Yeah.
very assured lines. Like Kai, I think that's one of the things that Kai comments on. She's like, you always just do, and I'm like,
He does! And I'm
He
jealous.
He does just do.
and I'm like, I do just do.
He does.
Sometimes you just do. Of course, commencing judgment. We don't like that here. Actually, you know what? Now that you're here, let me make you a mod because I trust you as a mod.
Aww.
Oh no.
Yeah, Discord moderator. Ha ha.
There. Now you're
Oh
wait.
no.
you're a mod now. Congratulations.
I mod you now.
This is art positivity. Ooh, what a
There we go.
what a.
Yeah, I know the arm's kind of weird.
Don't do
No,
that.
don't worry about that. Just
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here
no,
we
just such a 72
the
degrees
weather-
out.
go. The weather is beautiful today. Praise the sun.
Yeah, it's a really nice day out, and I'm sitting here. I never go out. So
What
I
is
wanna-
the outdoors?
I'm the exact opposite. When it's raining outside, I want to go, man. I love rain. Rain is my bread and butter, bro. I'm out there in the rain. I'm like, oh, cleanse me. It's not authentic, I promise. I promise.
It's okay.
Please try.
It's okay.
That arm looks kind of weird. Hold on. I need some more meat.
Oh no, where
You
does
need to
the-
add
Do
more.
you? Do you need meat?
That
Here, I
better-
probably should have like put in a confirmation that
That
we're
looks
live,
weird.
like
Hold
every
on.
link I sent,
Let me bring
but
it
I
back.
didn't.
It's okay. And just so you guys are
Struggling
aware,
to
this
find
is
what pose I want.
I'm both things that you've drawn so far have been really enjoyable for me. So
I
like
appreciate it.
Yeah, it's soothing to watch.
I love
Go.
everything that Mr. Freshpants does. and now it's just all purple. I mean, his commitment to such a beautiful color.
I use
It is a good color.
my red line. My red line is actually red, and then So, I don't know if anybody's ever seen me draw, but my drawing is weird because I actually use only one layer, and I redraw the layer 50,000 times until it's completely drawn out, and then I do the line art over it. So it's one of the if you scroll up on the art thing on our channel, like you'll see one of my drawings where it's just 50,000 colors of like purples, reds, blues.
Oh yeah.
And
It is
You
a
don't do
rainbow.
layers, which is weird to me.
yeah, I don't.
Like I'll plan out.
I fucking hate layers.
Why?
I-
They're like, oh my gosh! If I could communicate layers onto like physical drawings, I would totally do that. I know,
Same.
like I feel like I'm cheating, but it also is so helpful because it like helps me manage things, keep things where they are. I already draw like in a really modular fashion already, so like being able to categorize everything and just kind of like color code too, so I know like what goes what, and like I do like that kind of thing for materials and stuff. I actually think I have an example I can just look out here to show you how hectic this stuff gets.
I actually noticed that like when you were drawing, like the amount of like actual breakdown of your drawings are it's wild. I would never do that in my life, but I think it's super useful. Like, if that makes any sense, I like to stress out the fact that, folks, I am lazy. I am not good. So when it comes to stuff like seeing people do something really creative or useful, I'm like, man, that's really good. Perhaps I should know. And then I don't. And then I sit there and I complain about my process normally. But also, like, the only time I'm gonna try to... My main goal now is to start drawing people a lot more naked.
Hell yeah.
And afraid?
Always
Like the
start
show?
naked.
So like I'm gonna try to draw like any characters that I make. I'm gonna try to do like a full form like naked version of them, and then
Oh,
just
like a base. You mean base?
yeah,
Not...
and then plant clothing over on top of them, and then like
Fuck. My
and
buttons
then
are
just so I can like start thinking about actually being more modular.
Yeah, that's another thing that digitals help me out with a lot. The whole like with the body you're working with underneath everything.
Yes.
And I've learned very quickly the difference between my armor, like when I'm drawing art, and when I'm drawing art with like armor and art with whoa, that just went down.
Oh no!
My thing shut off on me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Wait, put it back on.
Uh,
I
Technical
think it's because
difficulties.
it can't handle me swapping from one to the other, which is annoying.
That's alright.
I'm toning back in.
Yeah, don't worry
I
about
thought
it.
someone left.
That'll be
All the noises.
no, but like throughout my like time growing up and drawing stuff, I've always been like incredibly like inspired by other things. Like mainly Star Wars has been like a massive inspiration for a lot of the armors and stuff I do. And this other game came out a long time ago, Blacklight Retribution. It was like my first taste into the cyberpunk genre. And that I think that was released. Retribution was released in 2012 off the back of Tango Down. Didn't do too hot. As a free kind of like COD replacement.
Yeah.
Very cyberpunky kind of aesthetic, and it had this really cool mechanic that kind of just rendered camping practically useless. It's called the hyper reality visor (HRV), and allowed players to like see through the wall for a short period of time.
Oh right.
So
Yeah.
like, you can see everything, but you can't use your weapons. That's the thing. So you're vulnerable in that state, but you can see
Probably
everything.
fix that sort
Like
of later.
coordinate with your buddies and kind of stuff, and it kind of like it really amped up the already fast-paced gameplay. It was pretty awesome. So that like really got me inspired and that kind of stuff. Other games like PlanetSide 2, a lot of other free games, Team Fortress 2, a lot of shooting related things, and a whole bunch of strategy related stuff. I got really big into history, so old
Shut up!
you name it, all over that.
I'm waiting for for my thing to load up his stuff.
It's still loading.
Yeah, we're
Is it
still.
loading? Hold on, let me.
Well, if you
Oh,
want to
wait.
hear,
I just saw it. No.
No.
Just turn
Technical
the stream that he's streaming down to 0, and that's fine.
Hold on.
Hold on. Astrumdius says Bishop.
yeah.
Is that better?
That is better. There we
What
go.
There. Okay.
Oh my
Yay.
goodness. Oh wow.
My Discord could not decide what it wanted to do.
Let's get right back into it.
I want the stream. You can't handle the stream.
And Heresy, yeah, I gotta draw more naked people. Honestly, I'm so uncomfortable drawing that stuff. Not because I can't. It's just
I
because
used to get accused of just drawing naked people in high school and middle school because I always start out with the body. And they're all like, "Oh, so you're drawing naked people? That's disgusting." And I'm, "What the? How do you know where the clothes sit? How do you know what sits? If you don't have the shape to go underneath it."
Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys.
Yeah,
You're good.
my bad.
So wait, who said the what with my name and the what?
The blank screen looks good. Are we not recording? Is everything not showing up? Please.
No, it's showing up.
Now it's showing up now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm about to
now.
start crying.
It's
I think that was my bad. Because, like, my Discord's really wonky with my laptop. My
I
bad.
can't see chat history. What? Somebody said my name.
Yep.
Or are you just saying my name?
No, Strumdius.
It's an interesting name.
Mamiji says I really need to watch you draw more, hun.
I appreciate it, babe.
Aww.
I kind of...
Adorable, like a puppy.
Yeah, that makes
Oh.
it makes me so, like, I feel so soft and squishy inside.
Yeah, that's
I wanna
the
get that
impression
checked,
we
dude.
have on people.
I want to get that checked by a doctor.
The
I don't
squish.
think that's how your organs are supposed to feel.
Eh.
Kind of want to... Oh, pizza? Do you mind?
Maybe.
What do you gotta do?
Pizza?
What's up?
Oh, sorry, I'm getting messages.
What's going on?
Very
I
nice.
just
Someone's
got a
getting
message as
pizza.
well.
Man, I'm so hungry for a pizza.
Same.
I chose the wrong time to not eat.
Oh no.
Ugh, God, I want to.
Oh my goodness. My mans. I just checked my Discord notifications. Oh, Tara, thank you for tuning in, homie.
Yeah.
That's the Astromenidius, or hold on, what did he say? Tara,
Astromdeus?
that. Yeah, thank you. I can't read, alright? I'm illiterate.
Or Astromdeus, depending on, like, I guess.
Whatever it would be, nobody knows. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for tuning in, bro. It's great. It's great seeing you here. I actually got a whole bunch of, like, awesome little doodles from Tara about my stuff, and I treasure all this stuff. Finally setting up my own Discord server finally, so I can properly contain all of my stuff. I'm literally in over 100 Discord servers. I need to, like, calm that down.
I cleaned my Discords out since I stopped being a gaming streamer Twitch guy. So like I said no, thank you.
Gaming
Dude,
streamer guy.
you ever just, like, go through your friends list and delete a bunch of people you don't talk to anymore?
Sometimes.
I did that last night. I had, like, a really bad trip down memory lane. It's like all these people, and like, okay, if I don't talk to these people anymore, do I really need to keep being friends with them on Steam? So I cleared out a bunch of people that I don't directly talk to anymore. So it's like, fucking... Yeah, that was fun. And I looked through and I was like, oh, this is a part of these groups, and it's like, oh, I remember. I made that group. I don't want to... Can I delete it? Oh, I can't. Okay, well, whatever. And so I just kind of had to be like, alright, well, it's in a sea of, like, literally millions of groups. So no one's really going to pick it out.
How's the stream quality going?
Is it okay?
Maybe.
It's like a slight lag.
Yeah, you're always gonna get lag, so it's always gonna be.
I know
like...
there's gonna be hardcore input lag. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to, like, tune into it at the same time. Maybe I'm just physically incapable of.
Oh, it's my neighborhood shitternet.
I have not hit any, like, latency issues lately, so, like, please, like, if anybody could knock on wood for me, that'd be great, because that's
all I have is plastic. Okay.
I have wood.
I have 2 children in the other room. Stream quality looks good. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. I was about to panic. I was like, man, the good news is I'm recording all this anyways. So, I mean, like, no matter what, we should still be okay. But, you know, fear. Scared.
My favorite flavor.
All of them. Yeah, me terror scared.
Me big scared, big spooky.
So I have my two nephews are here, and they siphon my internet like
Fiends.
Like
Yeah.
gas siphon in a car.
And 400 megabytes only goes so fast after a while.
Oh no. Well, I'm working on a potato, so.
I mean, you did.
You're with someone who has some of the worst
Potato.
internet in my not country. Fucking state.
I mean,
It
I
might
don't
be
know.
country
Probably
too,
make a bid
honestly.
for it.
Like,
Might make a bid for it.
Dude, at night, like my shit drops to like, what was it, 1,000 ping last night?
holy
We were
shit.
trying to play Siege, and I couldn't move, so I kept getting rubber banded. And we're like, okay, I think I'm done with Siege for now.
I've given up on multiplayer games pretty much altogether. That's how bad mine is.
Yeah, I don't want to
the
end
only
up like that.
Yeah, I mean the only reason why I have an even remotely good connection right now is because I'm using cellular hotspot.
Mm.
No, really?
Yes, really.
Wow. That
Yeah.
hurts me.
Yeah, not. Well, we're out in the middle of we'll say a very flat region of the states, so there shouldn't be a lot of interference, right? And there should be like towers all over the place. Pretty good population here, you know. So there should be good providers and stuff. Nah.
Rip your phone bill. Depends on the phone.
Well, also depends on the contract.
Mhm.
This is an unlimited data plan that somehow also allows this, so I'm not complaining.
Also, for anybody watching, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. I don't know. Buy your local
Comment.
artist a cup of coffee. I don't know.
We don't have coffee.
Dance.
Here, I'll do this. All right. You want that energy? You want that energy? You want
Oh,
that shield
thank you.
energy?
Can you do a Jacksepticeye for us?
I can't do a Jacksepticeye, but I can
Well,
do.
You can do his energy, but not like his
I can.
accent.
I don't want to do his energy. His energy is weird. Personally, to me, I
It's
just feel like
scary.
his energy is weird. It's scary. It's a little too full frontal. I can do like I can do the the fish guy from. This breaking news on Bikini Bottom. Like that. You want that?
Yeah, the the news dude.
The news dude. All right, here. Let me get everybody's @ tags, the right ones. Let's see. Where is? I know yours. Freshpants. Gian S Dragon. Hold on. Where are you?
I'm holding.
Where's your tag?
I'm not.
Where's your tag?
Who's
Someone
said?
send me. There's your tag. Whoa. That didn't work. I'm trying to like pull these up. All right, so there's you, and then. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. S-Dragon, where's your Twitter? I gotta if I'm gonna show this
It's
right, I gotta like
sdragon_studio.
right.
As a person who's like wrote it 50 times today.
all right. Here we go. So, if you're listening right now or watching or both, good on you for doing multitasking that. Good job. Awesome. So you can follow Artist Assemble at Artist Assemble Mblep. Assemble P. Oh, it's Assemble P. Okay, never mind. Sorry, just being a litter over here. You can follow Artist Assemble on Twitter at Artist Assemble P. That's the @ tag. It's all lowercase. Should be nice and easy to look up. You can follow GeionTv at GeionTv on Twitter. But the G is capitalized, and then you can find sdragon_studio on Twitter with the SD being capitalized, and then you got your _ capital S. You can find myself on Twitter as well, Bishop to No One, capital B, 2, and No is lowercase, and 1. It's really pretentious. Don't worry about it. And then follow Mr. Freshpants. You're watching right now. Draw on Twitter at mfreshpants. On Twitter. Word of warning, though. I think you got to be 18 to get on that one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
There's booties.
Yeah.
There's butts, guys. There's so many butts. Oh my gosh. Oh my
What
gosh.
exists? It does exist.
So yes, follow the appropriate links to Twitter and follow your favorite artists. Commission them.
think-
Do stuff. Talk. Interact. Follow. There you go.
That's kind of what I was going for with my design here. Is that I wanted like he's happy to help, but he's also like not wearing pants.
Who needs
what
pants?
I was gonna say you don't need to wear
Exactly.
pants to protect
Who needs
somebody.
pants? You don't. Don't you want to be covered with armor? Who says I'm gonna get hit?
I got a chest plate. That works, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's good enough for something. Early Roman,
Right.
I think it was Hastati, only had like
That's
a
where it's
tiny
still
little
working.
Oh.
bronze square.
Oh
I
no.
wanna
Yeah,
make sure it's still
working.
working.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
you don't need
god.
to cavalry.
I don't mean to pull back
you.
the
I'll tell
blind
you, it's
like
fine.
that.
We'll tell you, it's fine. You don't need
Okay.
to pull up the.
Skirts are cooler, thank you.
I'm conscious about it. I'm sorry.
Pants are always just in the way. Real talk. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't get in the way of my combat effectiveness rating.
I
I feel like the Wizard of Oz at this moment when someone goes to the Discord. I'm like, oh no.
No,
Gotta
no,
pull back
don't do
the
that. Pay no
screen.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Pants for the week. Damn right. That's why I'm wearing shorts.
I agree with
Oh,
you.
well, I feel really called out because that's pretty much all I wear.
What,
I
shorts or
mean-
pants?
I'm wearing pajamas.
You will not catch me not wearing pants. I will tell you
I'm
that.
just not gonna mention what I'm wearing.
Like I can wear a hoodie up to
I'll
103.
leave it at that.
Not dads.
Real
He's wearing not
warriors.
dads.
Real warriors fight naked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, talking like a real Celtic berserker right there, my friend.
original Olympics.
Celtic berserker? Well, the Celtic, they're painted ones. Celtics have painted ones.
Someone sipped that mushroom tea. Because that's what berserkers do. They you know.
They get high on
To
shrooms.
compensate, I have tons of little pockets on
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
and I
Real-
kind of wanted like a like an emblem on my
You
chest
should,
or
you should
something.
get one of those like Japanese flag things, like the battle flag. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Those are cool. I've always loved those.
Real warriors get nailed in the junk for going in naked. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're not willing to fight a naked man honorably, I don't think you can call yourself a man either.
And this is in big, bold text. Real warriors take the junk shot like a damn champ.
Mm-hmm.
That is 5
Oh.
exclamation points.
I should not have taken the water drink. Oh man.
Well, I mean, you could take a whiskey drink, take a vodka drink.
Not
I
yet.
think it looks better without them.
I gotta wait one more year.
That's the oh god.
Did it do it again? Why does my computer hate me?
Oh, jeez, sweet mercy.
Ah,
Is
is
it
it good
back
now?
up? Back up? Are we good?
Oh
Is it
yeah,
good?
we're good.
Okay.
Are
good.
we? Are we good?
Oh my
God, I hate this thing.
Are we good? I don't know.
I'm
Is
not
it
sure my
actually-
laptop's used to streaming.
I don't think any of
It's
us. are-
never had this problem before. I don't know why it's doing it.
Oh, it's never had this problem before.
No, this is the first time it's
I
happened.
swear. I just need time.
Just give me a moment. I've never had this problem before.
I'm having a strong.
You're having a
Strong.
stroke. Your computer's over here like, no, we fought to the last man. Evidently not.
You have to have some massive junk to go into battle. Your computer has stage fright.
Oh, it's like me.
Oh, too real.
You have to have some massive junk to go into battle naked, like made out of steel. I mean,
Or you just have to be like so high out of your mind, and I mean the Celts painted quote unquote their armor onto them with all these like runes and stuff. It's pretty awesome actually.
Wasn't it like semi-poisonous paint?
I mean,
No,
at
I
that
think it's
point,
just-
probably everything was semi-poisonous.
Well, I mean, like green dye was made with arsenic, so that's why everybody had like skin diseases or was wearing green all the time.
Force them myself.
Oh yeah.
What you're referring to is when you need steel protection. It's an Everlast. You need an Everlast. That's a.
I'm so lost right now. Hey, is this thing working? All I see is black.
And it's working for me, so that's good.
Okay, maybe
Works for me.
I'll back out. It's fine. I'll back out.
I'll opt out of this one, fam.
No, I'll back out of here. Don't worry about me.
Heroes
So,
aren't born.
I'll
They're,
be so better. Oh wait, shit. Never mind.
What?
Heroes aren't born. They're built.
Oh, there's a bunny.
Yeah, little rabbit. I like people.
One. Yours are forged.
The Paladin of Bunnies.
Yes, I will protect all the.
Son of a
Did it do it
bitch.
again?
Ah!
Oh god, you're so
I am
close.
so sorry. Did I want to add any more details before this thing just completely goes kaput on me?
Oh man. Oh dog, I got you. Gotta zoom out, bro.
I might make that sword bigger later.
Oh man, that reminds me. Has anybody had like any amazing Cards Against Humanity pairings they'd like to bring up?
Amazing what now? I didn't hear you.
Amazing Cards Against Humanity like combos.
Oh
That is your all-time favorite.
gosh, I haven't played Cards Against Humanity since forever. Since people existed.
Wow, that's a very long time.
Gosh. Well, I mean, like, the thing about it is, like, the thing that for me with Cards Against Humanity is, like, it's always people have preferences. So, like, in your group of friends, some people will think things are much more funny than others. Like, for example, me, anything with Batman and dead parents, you pretty much have a ringer. Like, I will immediately give you the card. You won, and we're good to go. Like,
Raphael, this is a chalk outlining of where my parents died. That's cool, dude. Can you draw them farting?
You that farting?
Cow a bummer, dude.
That'd be Mikey. Mikey was the funny one.
Didn't they have a crossover?
Yeah, there was some dumb crossover thing, and somebody did an edit
with the
of that.
Ninja Turtles, and like he's talking to Raphael. He's like, "This is where my parents died, Raphael."
Cow a bummer, dude. Can you draw them farting?
no.
Stuff like that.
Oh,
Nah, I
man.
was just thinking because of stupid dude bro voice, and I got this Cards Against Humanity combination that, like, with all the cards that were played, with all the combinations, it was a perfect storyline, and mine was like the perfect punchline. So I got this win.
That's
was-
not right.
It was crippling debt,
Oh
high
no!
five, bro,
Hold on.
robbing the bank, high five, bro, and then
Please
my
don't
entry
cry.
was executing a hostage every hour. High five, bro. So it's literally just some surfer dudes going through a linear event of they're broke, and now they need to rob a bank, and now they're executing a hostage every hour because the police won't let them leave. So it was perfect. It was the perfect linear story.
Oh
It was such a.
Do you want to turn on sticky keys?
no!
Are you sure?
I still can't
Yes.
load it.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the. I want a fat sword, like at least the size of like a. I have a as my reference. It's I'm using the Eyelander from
sword
Team
is
Fortress 2, which is my favorite weapon
Ugh.
because I love running around with a sword like a maniac and chopping people's heads off.
You know, I got that big one that I actually deflected a dart shot with.
Dude, that thing was so cool.
It's made out of duct tape and 2 meter sticks taped together. Sorry.
I don't like how it's bent like that.
Sometimes it's just bent.
I mean, get bent.
that ain't
Get back.
that ain't his Y-hander.
Use
That's his
a ruler
nine-hander.
tool. Use a ruler tool. Just set up 3 parallel
Is that
lines,
either?
and then you just work with that. Shave off what you don't need afterwards.
Hold on.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
better. There we go. That's not right.
It's a little.
Oh,
Oh,
my God. Did it? It's falling
it's
apart.
the tool thing. It's the tool bar that keeps doing this. That's the culprit. Get him, officer. Hi. You see my face.
Oh my
Probably.
goodness.
We got this, guys. We got
swear to
this.
God, this laptop is like a perfect personification.
I'm
of
literally
being
rooting
irritated.
for you because you're so close.
Yeah, I just wanted to fix the sword. There we go.
Oh,
It's back.
I'm loading.
It's not
I'm
back
still
for me.
loading. I'm sloading.
Oh,
Oh no, gotta learn the keybinds, bro.
I do. Well, see, the problem is with my laptop is that it's a tablet, so it like.
dare you.
Oh, you are
Hold on.
okay. So,
No, I'm kidding.
Hold on. Is it? Can you see it now?
I don't know.
your screen's froze on my end.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix it.
We're broken.
Watch it go down like right before it's back up again. Do the whole.
Yep, it went down.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
There we go. I called it.
So
I called
how's everyone else in
Well,
chat
now-
doing today? Are you guys doing all
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. This is a great first episode, guys. We got this.
Is it working now?
We had him in the
See it?
first half. We had him in the
I
first
see
half.
it, but it still looks like it's frozen. Unless you haven't. There we go.
Technical difficulties.
I'm
I
still
love it.
waiting for this to load. Oh, there we go. Woo!
So the
Hey!
problem with my laptop is that it's one of those ones that flip back.
Oh, the two-in
so-
ones. I have a
Yeah,
two-in-one.
it's the 2-in-1. I like it, but it has some issues.
I'm about to literally, now that we're talking about this, I'm going to it's 7 a.m. It's 7 p.m. for us. I gotta learn to I'm gonna make a technical difficulties sign now because like we've
I'm
That's
gonna-
what you did already.
no, I just have
I'm gonna just
yep,
pretend that I didn't save it. I'll save it later. But I'm pretty much done at this point.
Woo!
Yay!
right. I love it. I love the outfit.
Thank you.
I feel like there's a butt coming, so
No, there's no butts. It's just like
You want me to drop butts?
No, it's the coconuts.
I specialize in that now.
Oh.
The booty
Oh, okay.
specialist.
I get a break from college and watch my boyfriend draw. Life is good. Aww.
Yes.
He says as I just start ruining everything.
Alright. Hold on, we'll take it. We'll
Battle
give
at
another
the top,
second. Just
party
gonna
at
look
the
at it more.
bottom.
Yeah.
Do we want to make an intermission, or
Yeah, we're gonna now. Everyone's pretty
No?
much taking the sip of this drawing, just a little of it. So we're gonna go ahead and
Sippy, sippy.
this? It swaps around to whatever the mouse is actively over, which is a bit of a problem because it's a little jarring, especially if you're.
things are happening, man.
I'm waiting for the
I highly
spin-off
recommend
series
doing
of
entire
Artist
screen.
Assemble where we play D&D as these specific characters.
I am not looking
Special
forward to that.
Special
Christmas
episode.
Oh, I don't even have a name for my guy.
Gore Shred the Defile. No, that's
No,
the
that's stolen. That's stolen. You can't even.
is
Don't
stolen.
even.
I kind of already have a sketch. If you want me to use that or no.
I mean, we had somebody already start kind of with a sketch, so I mean that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
But it
also-
wasn't shown on screen. But hey, you know what? You can try it.
I think both of us did it, so you're
The-
totally cool.
The rule of thumb should be like you should start relatively fresh. Wow, Kai, that is much more than just a sketch.
Well, are you kidding me? I finished my entire thing.
Holy
I just
hell!
redrew it from paper onto the thing. This is
Wow.
fine.
I
This
think
is
you
fine.
should
go with that.
No, let's
Go
do
with
this. Let's do this. I like this. I
Roll with
like
it.
this idea. Let's go with this. Come on. Come on.
Sure.
Come on. Because I know some people just like if you're starting with a blank canvas, this is like, okay, well, there's not going to be anything of like merit here for a while until like, towards
Nah,
the end.
I mean,
Oh,
in my
come on.
opinion, like Bishop, you had the right idea, man. You started funky fresh, and then fresh had relatively fresh. Now we have just like
Yeah.
well done.
This is
Straight out the
cooked.
gate.
This isn't raw.
This is not well done.
This is pre-cooked. It just needs to be heated up a little bit.
Now I know who's the try hard. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. You haven't seen the amount of time I sink into stuff for days straight. And
you-
layers.
So, what are you going to hold on? Let me make sure we're on the right page here. It's just a sketch. This is drawing nearly done. Yep. Are you going to be Okay, good. I was gonna say, oh god, oh this is really
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
jarring.
talking about. You got to do the full screen
Oh,
thing. You
God.
can't stream the program. You cannot stream the program.
Oh no, this is making me like.
Dragon,
Yeah.
Kai, you got
What?
to turn off the stream and then stream full screen, or just your entire screen kind of thing.
Yeah, screen the second. Oh god.
Stream
that?
the screen. No, not the.
Oh
have it-
oh god.
Oh no! No, you
It's
gotta go to
very
Discord for this.
the problem is whenever you do
Listen,
programs.
listen,
it's not-
sir. I
it's
need
very
you to listen to
jumpy.
my technical advice.
Mm.
Sorry, that was,
Okay.
I don't know. That might be bad. All right, so you go into Discord. You see your stream settings. You got to change the screen you're streaming to like screen 1 or 2, whatever the drawing is specifically on. Whatever this program, whichever screen this is being run on, do it on that screen and then the number, and it will show the entire thing instead of just using the program. Because Photoshop uses like an active window thing, and Discord streaming services like to zoom in on whatever that is.
Oh, nope.
So how's everyone doing? Everyone doing all right?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing okay. All right, it's nice. It's nice.
I got a bucket of paint. I've been breathing in it.
Oh man, My favorite pastime.
You guys have paint.
Do you guys have paint too?
Nope, wrong one.
Oh,
Nope.
all I'm seeing right here is like.
Man, okay, you know what? Artists assemble. I think what we're assembling against is technical difficulties at this point.
I'm gonna be making something for it, man. It's gonna be a thing.
To be fair, it's been pretty okay for the most part.
Right.
So what would we do to just the screen once the entire program? Because that's the canvas.
I'm gonna be right back.
Are we doing an intermission page? Can I just like throw that out?
No, that just means Jake's coming to me.
Oh.
You'll get 2 for 1.
I'm gonna hear like him
I'll
kick down the
bash
door. And
down.
Get on the ground!
What?
Get your computer! Show me the computer!
Hi,
I'm gonna
Jake.
fix this!
Whoa.
Stop messing everything up!
It says screens.
Yes.
Okay. Click the art one.
Oh
Now go left.
Yeah. That's what I had.
Okay.
It does that.
my god! You should do the
Entire
full
program.
screen though, not the program.
Good
It
job.
is the program.
Not the.
Sounds like
You don't want the program selected. You want the screen selected. It's
Doesn't really matter.
when you hit share your screen. You don't want to go into the programs tab. You want to go on screens tab, not application.
Oh. Well,
You gotta.
I think it's fixed now.
No, it won't be. Unless you're on screens, it won't be.
It's on screens. Jake was here.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Mhm.
Innocent until proven guilty. I can't load it.
Oh no.
It's just black now. It's the void. Oh, no, it's just back on now.
I think it's working okay now.
Hey guys, I'm back.
There. You see me?
Hi,
here?
welcome
Oh my
back.
god! Jake, when did you get here?
Well, I didn't know you were. Max, did you see him, Lou?
Oh man, oh my god, I can't believe he's here.
Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? Did you see him leave a bill? Yeah, I'm scared. Can you hold my hand? I'm
Do you guys
scared.
want my signature now or later?
I'll take now.
Oh, we'll do it now? Alright, we'll do it now.
Cool. Yeah, that's me, famous.
Yep. Man, we just got like 9 to 5 energy right now. It's just like, it's the end of the day. Everyone's standing by the water cooler, just biding time till work is over, guys. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting right now. We need to oomph this energy up. Come on.
Let's start asking more like random questions. I love hearing about people. I love asking questions.
Well,
That's
See here.
pretty open,
very
so I don't mind
sorry of you.
answering stuff.
Yes. Well, it's kind of why I want to be a bartender. 'Cause it's
Oh!
like you get to learn about people.
Oh, that's such an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. I'm gonna be real, man. I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I go to your bar. Dude, I go to your bar. That sounds like an awesome place.
I like asking questions.
All right. Well, here, sling some questions over.
Okay.
What you got?
Shit.
Here we go. What was your... Okay. Everybody here draws OCs, right?
Artist, truth or dare? Oh my goodness.
That
Oh, I
sounds
kind of
like
like that.
a terrible idea.
I mean,
I kind of like that.
the problem
I
with
don't-
that is like, I feel like
I
that
don't-
would be an excellent challenge month, honestly. But the thing is, like,
Yeah.
how would you do a truth with that? You'd want to dare somebody to
it's
draw
like if
something.
you-
I think.
Yeah.
Have you ever drawn blank kind of thing? Or have you ever considered
You
drawing
can just
blank? Or,
ask
I don't know.
heaps of inappropriate questions as a.
It's immediately
Sure.
banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, we won't be banned just yet.
Well, okay.
Twitch hasn't
I was like-
noticed us yet.
Not yet.
We
No,
don't
okay.
exist yet.
I do have idea for questions though. Everybody here draws OCs, right? That's the only thing that's kind of has a pendulum on the fulcrum of this question. Is everybody here draws OCs, correct?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Original characters.
Sometimes.
I know you do.
I'm
Shush.
kidding, yeah. That's like almost
Like all you do.
all I do.
All right. So your first OC that you stuck around with. Well,
Sorry.
So-
Sorry, I threw up a little.
yeah,
Hold on, are you
okay.
referring like our first OC that we ever drew or talked about?
Okay.
I was gonna say because that's gonna get some bumpy teenage territory that I don't really like. I'll talk about it, but it's gonna be rough for everybody involved.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a minute. All right. Let's go with for your oldest OC you have. How many revisions have they gone through to like change them up a bunch?
Oh my god, hundreds.
Oh,
Can you
God.
guys stop gagging?
hundreds,
The
like
one I just
so many.
drew is like the one that I use. Like it's gone through so many phases. Like it originally didn't have a mask. Instead, it was just me with a backwards hat, stick drawn, really shitty. It's funny because the little tuft of hair I have at the front where that covers one of my eyes. I didn't realize it. Originally, I had taken that away when I first started using the mask, and I was like, I kind of want to bring the tuft of hair back. And I didn't realize it, but I styled it almost exactly like how I did originally. So it's kind of a nice callback to how I had it. And it just kind of works for me, and I like it, so I left it. It just works.
We'll talk about mine in a second, but I have a question for Kai.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just more kind of curious as, like, what are you using for a brush is what I'm... Like, what
That sounds slightly judgmental. Are you discriminating against brushes?
Oh, no, I just want to use it because I like this brush a lot. Like...
It's a really, I was going to say, I really like it.
I can't
I
see.
don't know, actually.
Oh, well, then I don't know. Like, okay, don't look into it too much, Kai. You're going to get into a rabbit hole that we don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to hop around some Wi-Fi.
All right, let me catch up on the chat that we had. So I want to learn bartending, as VG said. This was a while ago. I also want to be good at mixing drinks.
Yes.
So I can mix any drink because, I'm ancient. So that's what I've learned.
So, do you like take the cave water from the caves, the finest of cave water, and mix it with like the most like the hardest like vodka or something?
Oh,
yeah, something like that.
I was out for 5 seconds, and I feel like I'm rejoining a completely different conversation.
Jake said he was old for mixing drinks, and Fresh was all like, "Oh, cave water."
I feel like you're not that old, and you're just
no,
debating
like,
to tell us how old you
No,
are.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's told me his age. Either that, or I've been given a ballpark, and that's the one I'm sticking with because that's all I
Jake
have
is
in my head.
encrypted.
Uh,
You're being kind of cryptic, homie. I know you're older than me by at least a decade.
oh,
Oh no.
oh man.
That's not that big a deal, though.
Yeah, we're
heard-
decades old.
My heart just kind of crumbled there for a second.
Dude, I'm at
That's
least
only 10
2
years. Okay, I'm sorry. I used a big fancy word. How
Dude,
about
Bishop and I are at least
around
2
you?
decades old.
Look, I'm
he's
not.
older than me, or not?
So the thing I love about this is that someone just revealed my age on chat, so y'all can't see it
Hey,
unless
let's
you're
go.
looking at it.
I'm tuning in. Let's go. Like 30 something, right?
So Astromdeus says I actually really like my first OC. Well, talk about your first OC.
Let's go.
It's Heresy said I feel like this will be full of teenage eggs. So let's talk about. I'll go on me next. So my OC has always been Gion. Is how the name is supposed to be said, at least in my opinion. People would probably pronounce it correctly.
Look, I was like half raised in German, so like when I see that word, I'm kind of like, "Gehen, go, yes."
So like we're talking like I built my oh my god, I'm gonna talk about some shit that I don't want to talk about.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, we're so back in the day when I was back in the day, I used to do certain things. I used to do a lot of role playing, of course. So of course, like my character Guyan was my go-to fucking Mary Sue for a long time.
Oh.
And so like, what was that?
That's relatable.
Yeah, so I built him initially just because I was lazy to build anything else, and like of course at that time I was young and he had to be as angsty as fucking possible.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, so I've carried him to be like now like this guy always looks the same. Like I've changed his look usually to like figure out what world he's a part of, but other than that, like his clothing is usually the same just because it's clothing that I used to wear, and then I used to do capes and cloaks for like his medieval shit, but I never wore capes and cloaks because I'm too lazy. I used to. What is it with teens and angst? Well, first of all, man,
Hormones.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Everything you just described, I'd say, is pretty normal for like an artist of that age. Because I've looked around. I've been with so many freaking people growing up, and it's just like that's kind of the thing. You you don't really know what's going on with your own body on top of like just not knowing what you're doing with your own life kind of thing. So art is a media of expression, and that's where you're getting all that stuff coming out. And so in your art, you're in your own free little space, and you don't really intend on showing this to like other people anyways at the time. You're just drawing for you. So yeah, that's where you get all the angsty stuff. I personally don't try to like shame myself or anybody else on it because pretty much everybody's done it.
Yeah, literally. Everyone's been there in one way or another. Man, I have so many little OCs, but because of like how many worlds and shit I played role playing wise, and that's also a big reason why D&D has always been my thing. And on any tabletop game, I played so many of them. Holy fuck!
I'm so jealous.
I was surprised.
I haven't gotten around to playing. No, you're good. I haven't gotten around to playing enough of D&D. Like I love it. It's so much fun.
You know,
but my groups always fall apart.
So they have D&D you can play online. Sorry if it was offensive. I wanted to ask. No. I don't think it was offensive at all. I don't think anybody else agrees.
Absolutely not.
No.
I think that's a part of life.
Yeah.
Not even just being an artist. Like there's a phase in your life that you really don't like, and I think that it's better to get that out now and learn from it than to just be stuck there. And I think it's good that we've all moved past that. Hopefully. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was laughing. I need more D&D in my life. That's true.
Oh man.
I would do a Roll20 campaign with D&D, but the thing about it is like it's just a lot of work, and I can't.
It's hard to put together.
I mean, it would be the same thing as doing this type of stuff, as making sure everyone is on the same type of like calendar time where people would be able to sit down and do it, build it together, and all that shit. But also
good dynamics.
Yeah, and also the big complaint about it is like I am so much a stickler for like at least not rules or anything like that, but I'm a stickler of like the game. So like watching people play it and get invested in it is one of the things that I love. But with Roll20, I've always had an issue. Well, I guess the last time we tried to do it was 8 people. So 8 people playing a D&D campaign is just horrendous.
Well, yeah. I got a story for you.
We know that.
We got a story for you. So, do you want me to go ahead on this one? Because this is a little bit long-winded, but you're probably gonna feel better about your 8-person thing. Because Mr. Freshpants was there.
Yeah.
We had a very large group of friends in high school.
Did we have like what 13 people? I think.
Yep.
25 total.
Oh my god.
25.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who were in and out.
Yeah, a lot of people were in and out, but yeah, it was like 13 to 14 on average that would come over, and it was so loud, but it was so damn fun. We didn't even play. Look, I was DMing. I didn't even learn the rules. We were just there to have fun. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what D&D is about, anyways. But we had fun in the environment. We did a whole bunch of crazy stuff. We have a whole bunch of memorable characters, from Keemstar, the actual gnome, to Stumpy the dwarf, to Freshpants and his spirit dragon wife. Like, all right, this was our thing. All right, we no rules, barely any regulations. We were just there to have fun, and there was so many people, so freaking loud, but it was just awesome. And that's what I loved about it the most, because it was just hanging out and having fun.
My last like the biggest campaign I've ever done was and maximum was 15 people, and it was, the thing about it is like I used to do it at my Denny's. So we used to meet up every other week in Denny's, and we used to take the office in the back, like this big meeting room that was soundproof.
They let you do that?
Oh yeah. Well, we paid for it. We
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Oh, you can do that.
Yes.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh well, I mean, we didn't pay for the room. We just paid for the food, and they were okay with it as long as we were buying food. So like.
That's so cool.
Everyone would come in, and we'd all sit down, and we would literally play 4 hours from the beginning of our day to the end. And we used to, like, it was such a fun experience, man. I remember meeting up at Denny's. Yeah, dude, it was wild. So like, but the thing about it is like, it's when you have a group like that. For me, I think the experience is the important part. So if once people start leaving, or once people start doing their own things, like I tend to usually get disinterested real fast, because like I want you to be there. Like if I'm going to get the extent of being the DM for you, I want you to be there. Like, so
Yeah.
once people started going away, of course, the group just kind of disbanded. And that seems like the common theme is like once we lose somebody, it kind of ruins the group experience. The last campaign we did was in the homemade world that I did, and that campaign was also cut short just because we lost people. They came back after a while, but you know, I'm a very loyal person when it comes to these types of things. I love to have you there with me. So, oh goodness, oh no, this is terrible etiquette. But yeah, I've done everything though when it comes to tabletop games. We played World of Darkness, which is basically like, I guess the best way to explain it is Ink's the tabletop game.
It's the tabletop game, all right.
Yeah,
That's
man.
totally my cup of tea, bro.
So like you choose between, like, in the concept of it, you choose to either be a human, a werewolf, a vampire, a mage, a changeling, Promethean, which is like,
What is that?
Promethean is like a Dr. Frankenstein's monster.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so cool.
That's cool.
And
Oh, that's so cool.
and most of these storylines really like were the type of storylines where like you begin in the bar and you have to eat and you're
Did we
hungry.
do
Can you do that if you want to?
No, I'm trying to think of like, Freshpants, how did we start ours? Was it just like boom go, or did we actually do the whole tavern?
We
meetup
had,
thing?
I think we started in like a village. It was like inside walls or something.
Yeah, I
And then we
to the
like,
ground. Y'all were like totally not saving
the
them was
rails
not a
there.
priority.
yeah,
We
we
got
took literally no prisoners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
Stremdius saying off topic, but I'm loving the art. Well,
I know.
That's
I was gonna
amazing.
comment on that. It's beautiful. Oh my
It's-
gosh.
it's
Thank
not.
you.
And to be fair, it's not really off topic. This is actually
Pretty on topic.
That actually is the topic. That's what we're supposed to be talking about.
You actually nailed it. We're here with that, actually. Let's see. God, World of Darkness. Oh, Fate Core was probably my favorite.
Never heard of that.
Fate Core is a system where, like, let's say if we all sat down and did it, we'd all build the world and everything like ourselves.
Whoa.
So, like, literally,
Oh.
the zero campaign day is literally we take turns putting parts of this world together. You know, like, so we came up and we, like, the one that we played, we called it the Hercules, is what the actual campaign was called, and it was all star travel.
Beautiful.
And it was the coolest thing ever, man. We had so much fun with it. We had, like,
I didn't know
episodes.
for that.
Yeah, Kai has also done art for that.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
I wasn't a part of it, but I was commissioned to do art for it.
so good. And of course, like, my buddy wants to start it up again, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. Let's see. What other things have I played? You hate the Fate system. I don't know why. It's so simple and easy. Like, everyone can do it, and it's so creative. I also, like, my D&D campaigns usually revolve around the Fate system, where, like, usually when I start your game, I'll give you the world template. Like, you have all this information about the world, but then I ask you, like, the main questions are pretty simple. Who are you? What have you been doing? And then the next ones are, like, name a place where you come from, and a place that you know, and a person that you've experienced. So, like, you always
Ooh.
add more things to the world. And then normally I give you also information on the world that only you would know. So what else have we played, Rod? I'm trying to think. Oh, we played a whole bunch of one-shot things, like Dread. Dread is a survival horror video game, tabletop game. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So Dread, you play with the Jenga tower.
Jenga tower?
Yeah. So literally, that's the only thing you need is a Jenga tower.
Oh my gosh.
Usually, the person who's doing your storytelling asks you like 10 questions about your character that you made, and it's like the typical, like, the best way to explain it is like your typical horror film, like, you know, it's cabin in the woods type of thing where like some monster's coming to kill you. You know, like, and the actual way you roll your character or build your character is you take, you know, whenever you have to do an action that doesn't make sense that your character would do, you pull from the Jenga tower. And then
Oh my gosh.
if the Jenga tower falls, you're dead. Unless,
Oh.
you know, unless specified if it was something simple. Like, because, I mean, we've had some mishaps. There's 10 Candles. That's another survival horror game.
And I didn't like it.
You didn't experience it, though. So, like, when it comes down to it, like, I'm a shitty person for 10 Candles because we didn't really get the time to play it as much as I wanted to. 10 Candles is based off of 10 Candles. 10 little
I
they're
never would have guessed.
they're little tea light candles. You know what I'm saying? The little tiny
Yeah,
ones.
they don't last very long.
So the whole purpose of the game is at the end of the 10th candle, your characters are dead.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, so like we're talking like, and the whole point of the game, and this is my favorite part of it, is it's a dice rolling system, which you roll. You know, you have like two different versions of the dice. There's a hope die that your character rolls, and then there's the regular dice, and then as the game progresses, the storyteller gets more dice when candles go away.
What?
So I take the dice away from you so I can make successes during the story. And the whole point of it is, like, every time you make a succession, like, no matter how many successes it is, it's just basically you controlling and manipulating the story. So let's say, you have to start this generator. You know, if you succeed at starting the generator and you succeed in the storytelling, you get to control exactly how much of that generator is important. And then if I...
Oh my god!
And then if I get the control over it, I get to tell you how bad that generator actually is.
Oh.
And so you sit around on the table, we turn off all the lights. The only thing that's there is the 10 candles.
This is kind of culty now.
It's super cool, dude. It's probably one of the best, like I'd call it like ambient, but that's not quite it. Ambient is like a noise, but it's like so.
Well, no, you can have ambient
So
visuals.
So it's all dark. Your character's only made out of like 3 different things. Usually you have like it's a flaw. No, it's a virtue, a vice, and a secret.
Yeah.
And hope. I think those are the 3 things. So like all the characters, 4 things. Okay, I can't count. Look, I wasn't paid to count here.
You have a point.
This
Wait,
is
you guys
why.
get paid?
Yes.
Not to count.
Not to count.
paying you an exposure.
Oh god.
So what was
I will
it?
shoot whoever
So
whoever says that.
you and the cool thing about it is like your virtues and vices and everything, they're not decided by you, they're decided by other people. So everything that your character is built on is decided by everyone else. So like let's say if you have a hope, that's the only thing I think you control. Everything else is like given by somebody or people have seen something that you've done. I'm trying to remember like what other thing.
If like you're playing a game where your hope is a reflection of yourself and your own optimism, I'm pretty sure I'm like default at 0 or -1.
Oh no, that's bad.
That is very bad.
And then I have another game that I haven't been able to play yet called Ryotama, which is like the best way to describe Ryotama is Hayao Miyazaki's Oregon Trail.
I recognize that name. Where would I know that name from?
Okay, so anybody who watches a lot of like
Studio Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's literally like Studio Ghibli's Oregon Trail.
I don't think I've. Which one's
Oregon or Oregon?
Oregon.
I don't think I've seen that
Oregon?
one.
Oregon? It's not Oregon. Oregon Trail is a video game.
Oregon.
Wait, you
Oregon
mean-
Trail is a video game too.
Oregon. Oregon?
I don't know how
Oregon.
it's said, man. Look, I've only been there once. Like,
Okay. Up during those first 5 years of my
Oregon.
lung functioning, I guess you could call it that.
Mhm.
We said Oregon,
Yeah.
not organ like a vital organ.
Oregon.
I say
Oregon.
Oregon
Oregon.
because there's an on it.
Maybe it's just a dialect thing. Wow.
Like
I
a
don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
And
state accent.
Northwestern accent much? Me? Dang.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about board games, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. One of my favorite games,
Oregon Trail.
Good game.
the
Love
Doom
it.
series. I love Doom. Doom Eternal is one of my all-time favorite games. I can't put it down. Please help. I
should-
completely forgot. There's a Doom board game.
There is?
Yeah, and I'm very confused on how to play because it's like it's a board game coming from a game where you literally rip and tear things apart. So it's such a bizarre change. I think it's really cool nonetheless. Let's see here. Doom the board game is an adventure board
I
game
love
for
Tieflings.
2 to 4 players designed by Kevin Wilson and published by Fantasy Flight Games in 2004. The game is based on the Doom series of the first-person shooter computer games, though it resembles Doom's more than it does the first 2 Doom video games. That kind of sucks.
Okay,
But
hold on.
there's a whole fan base for it. That's really cool.
I was just checking if there was Doom D&D.
Okay,
Oh my god, that'd be a blast.
that would be almost a literal blast. But here, this tiefling, can we just take a moment to just bask in this?
Yes,
Just the
because it looks
sass
amazing.
oozing from this one. Just the sheer volume of sass. Are you kidding me?
Feel it.
If I could bring out that level of confidence, someone would die on the spot. Oh, I'm having a stroke. What's wrong with you?
So I'm curious about the
fudge.
Doom board game, so I'm gonna read up on it. Let's see here. If you don't mind me reading it out loud, so we all get the full story.
Read.
I mean, I'm not
read.
talking, so.
I mean,
Doom, the board game. Glory kill your way to victory as one of the Union Aerospace corporations, the UAC. Eliminate elite Marines or grab control of the legions of demons threatening to take over the complex. So you pick a side. That's kind of cool. Each side of Doom, the board game's asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical. Sorry, I'm bad with big words.
that's okay. I am
game.
too.
Introduces an entirely unique way to play, whether you're struggling to save Mars from being overrun by hell's most merciless demons or fighting to crush each marine and conquer the planet for good. Holy shit.
That's pretty
actually
cool.
kind of cool.
No offense to the tiefling on
asymmetric-
screen.
Yeah. The Tiefling's amazing. This Doom board game is just cool.
He's cool.
I like how they also updated a lot of the stuff to resemble the 2016 Doom for their newest version. So you got like Cyber Demons, Mancubus, and the Pinkies and stuff. And then there's the 4 main characters who are all styled off of the custom characters you get in the multiplayer, which I think is interesting. They're all different colors. One's green with a minigun. There's a yellow guy with a chainsaw. They're also named after like different marine thing. There's
hold on.
Delta, Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha.
Kai, I need to thank you for
What?
putting the quiver down there. That's where it belongs. That's where the quiver belongs.
I can agree with that.
You have no idea how many archery classes are like, so like if this was a thing I could just put it on my back. I'm like, yeah, if you want to like strain yourself all the time, that's like the most impractical place to put that. You put it on your hip, and that's where you can draw from more easily because it takes time to aim this damn bow. Oh my gosh, so many times in scouts it's just like, hey, can you not point that at me? Downrange, please. Holy cow! Whoever thought it was a good idea is like, oh yeah, the minimum age for like being able to, go to an archer range is 9. Stop it, please! You're
Gotta be
giving
older than
children the
that.
means of killing me.
It's like there's just some kids who should just not be allowed to touch firearms.
Oh,
or anything like
I
that.
kick kids off my range all the time. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
there's so many times I've just straight up kicked a kid off my range. I was like, no, okay, you've refused to listen to me. Like, if they're not paying attention, they're just not allowed to shoot in general.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is like, that's also the gateway to the rifleman's merit badge, and that's.
Hey.
I know it's just a single shot of a 22, but you still can hurt someone. And then there's a shotgun merit badge, where it's like, yeah, you can definitely hurt someone.
I mean,
Oh
if
my
you're not
God.
able to handle one weapon that is
You
like
shouldn't be able to
the
handle.
precursor to the gun, then
Yeah.
you should not be able to hold a gun.
Yeah,
If you can't
exactly.
handle- if you can handle the prequels, you shouldn't be able to handle the sequels, and that's what I say
Yeah.
to Star Wars fans too. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, very
No,
good.
but-
Very good.
No, but just it's. I mean, but there's always like every handful of classes you get some kid that's just like they'll hit the bullseye. Like this is like, hey, who invited Robin Hood here? Like, one man's hit that all 3 shots. Let's go. All right. It's like, kid, how many times have you ever used bow and arrow before? He's like, nah. I'm doing this right? Yeah, you're doing it way better than even I could. And I did the same thing. Come on.
How dare you?
No, but like it's not all bad, the stuff that goes through there, and it's honestly a shame that the BSA's getting they're running out of funds and stuff. But I mean, it's just a lack of interest in how times you change it. But I mean, there's some kids that come through there. I mean, either like the first day they're doing amazing, and they're trying to grow up and learn all these cool skills and stuff, and they're just doing a great job. Some kids are not doing great, and sometimes they'll improve. That's their thing. The other times there's like these complete 180 cases, which I love. This is like one of the reasons why I wanted to go into teaching originally, because like just watching that 180 turnaround was so cool. but yeah, just teaching stuff like this is just insane. Thank you for putting the quiver there. Thank you. That's what I was getting to.
I mean, I do have some experience with archery. I don't get to practice very often anymore, but
I'm sure my aim is gone. Like I'm pretty sure it's the same as fencing now with me. There's nothing there. There's nothing left.
It's funny. I think my aim in real life is better than in video games. I'd never gone shooting before. I have tons of Nerf guns, if that counts.
You pegged me multiple times, my friend. Don't.
I shot one of our friends in the eye without trying, and I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's
Luckily, he kept his eye, but it was great. Then there was I had gone shooting for the first time, like I think late last year. We had it was like one of the small guns. I don't know.
Like
I don't know guns.
rifle.
That shows how much. No, it's a pistol.
Okay, that's a good start.
And it's. I had fun with it. I think they're cool. Guns are cool.
They're meant to be treated with respect, though. It's a thing you need a certain respect for.
Mm-hmm. Like I looked at it and I was like, okay, this could definitely kill someone if I'm not careful, so I'm gonna be careful.
100%.
And I had fun with it. I shot a can several. We got cans because we wanted something to shoot. And so I hit this one can several times, and I shot it once, and then I shot it again, and the bullet went through the same bullet hole that I was firing at.
Oh, that's such a good feeling.
And I was like, oh shit, that was fun. As opposed to what my oldest brother did when they went shooting. We don't talk to my oldest brother a lot. He's got a couple issues. We'll leave it at that. When he went shooting, no restraint, swinging the gun around like it's a toy. Whenever you know how guns have recoil, yeah, he'd fire it and then he'd also jerk his hand back like it had double the recoil. It's like you're not gonna hit anything like that.
No, that's something you want to fight. You don't.
My dad
showing off.
My dad, being the disciplined person that he is, he's like, no, we're done. You're gonna keep acting like this thing's a toy. We're out, and so he took them home. But it's like if you're not gonna be disciplined with a weapon that can kill somebody,
use the tool with respect.
Yeah, you gotta treat it with respect.
Mimji says, I went to a range and shot a revolver so consistently. I feel like there's more there.
I mean, consistency is better than getting just a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I took with range weapons, archery was about as far as I could go. When we were in scouts, there's limitations to these rifles can only chamber a single round. It's a lock bolt, and it fires a 22, which is, I'm pretty sure, one of the smallest rounds you could possibly ever use in a functioning firearm.
That's what I shot too.
We had iron sights, which thank God they were well maintained. But you're taught about the safety, proper care, maintenance, and stuff, and that goes on for this is a week long kind of camp out thing. This is actually when I attended this course. It was up in Boston back in 2015 when that hurricane decided to slap it upside the face. So that was fun. But the first 2 days were devoted to maintenance and safety, as they should be. And then when I finally got to shooting, I was really struggling to pass the badge because my accuracy is just kind of poop. And it's something that's always gonna plague me. Even through time done airsoft and stuff with friends when I'm ever invited to that. I'm a good spotter though. Just can't hit anything. But the safeties and precautions that go through everything it's so meticulous, and it approaches the subject with such a level of respect that I'm personally gonna miss when on the subject of firearms, because I feel like socio-political atmosphere, blah 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 blah. Don't want to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
It's just my heart, my soul, because and there's all this kind of history and stuff, and as a huge history buff, there's there's just a lot to be learned there. I mean, like, if you take a physicist to like, or not a physicist, a physics major. My bad, wrong word. A physics major to a shooting range. They're probably gonna pop off, dude. I'm calling it now. Nerds like that probably just pop off. They're like, I need my protractor for this. I'm gonna hit this thing at like 50 miles. It's like,
That's like the. You know the one video of the guy who's like he's got a sniper set up and then he pulls out like all this extra stuff. He's got like a ruler, he's got a protractor. He's like he types it into his laptop and everything. And he finally fires the gun and he misses at point blank range.
No, I have
So
not seen
funny.
that. That's so
Oh my
awesome.
god!
Oh
It's
man.
one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Well, that kind of stuff just
Um,
reminds me about how like they got spotters, you know,
Yeah.
and they are because it's like 2-man crew. There's the guy who's shooting, the guy who's like mapping out everything with this massive like extra scope, and it's just like,
Yeah.
bro, that is your thing. He carries around a telescope for his homie. That is a power couple. Screw buddy cops. We got snipers. Sniper cops. That's a show.
No, that's what I want to see.
I want to watch that show. Come on, man.
That's SWAT.
SWAT. Yeah, I don't know. It probably is SWAT. Gosh darn it. It didn't
Yeah.
do it. Well, there goes my chance in Hollywood, guys. I'm sorry.
Estremdius says, "You guys get guns?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone here is American." That is a
Yeah.
that is a truth. I mean, we
Yeah.
might-
Yeah.
Sorry that we're so American. You can't handle it. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
and Mamiji, like we played horse by shooting targets. I was second and got the nice shooting text compliment.
Nice shooting tech.
Boy,
Dude, my man's the cookie straw in the West. Let's go.
that's my boy.
Well, that is your
That is-
partner.
that is
I
mine.
will agree with that statement.
Better back up.
My client would like to plead oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
Oh man.
How do you plead for this murder?
My client, Your Honor,
Oops.
Your Honor, I'd like to request bullshit. My client would like to plead oopsie daisy under the conditions of this is biased. Too much
My-
America in here.
my-
Yeah, we'll dial it back.
Where's the cowboy burger?
You guys want
that's the
to talk
size of
about
my
burgers?
entire head?
No, what else? What else can I go off on? What are you guys? What about okay. Inspirations for your art, the biggest like themes you ever like growing up and stuff, because other forms of media would probably influence your stuff. What are the biggest like by name influences for your art style? And if you can name down any like design tropes you got from those, sling them out.
I have a lot.
Start talk.
Biggest one for me was and still is Power Rangers. I fucking love Power Rangers. It's really niche. It's really dumb, but I love it. It's so great. I don't recommend it for everybody. I really don't. It's very bizarre, but it's
Yeah.
like there's so much in it that you can take with a grain of salt. Like the comics,
Or
for
several.
instance, I think it's one of the best parts of Power Rangers because it goes more in depth with like characters. You get to see what happens after they stop being a ranger.
They're
or if
pretty
they keep being
brutal.
a ranger. It's really brutal. Like characters die. Like
Just
often.
full on die.
there's
Yeah.
entire dimensions that just get just like that, and it's like, this is awesome. Why wasn't this in the show? Why isn't this a show?
Why isn't
and
this
it's
in the
like-
show?
I mean, some of it is. They have kind of tied in a few parts of the comic to some of the shows.
Butterfee?
And I like the whole idea of the different ranger teams and all that. Because when I was a kid, I grew up with Dino Thunder. That was my favorite. Still
Yeah.
kind of is. Sorry RPM, you're great, but I love Dino Thunder nostalgia. Is that I wanted to be a Power Ranger when I grew up when I was a kid.
Better than what I got.
Like when I was there, I remember an award ceremony that we had when we were in like I think it was like pre-K or some shit. And they're like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" On stage in front of like at least 100 people, like like kids and their parents. I'm like, "I want Power Ranger," and it's like whole crowd starts laughing.
Oh.
I thought it was great. I mean,
Oh, this
I
is
knew I can be a Power Ranger. I mean, I kind of am living that. I have the this is not a gun. This is a Power Morpher. The Power Rangers, like the original Power Morpher. Yeah, I bought
I
that.
just heard it's like a really convincing metal clip. That's not a gun. It's a power morpher.
That's not a
Yeah,
gun,
I
that's a
believe
power-
you. Sure.
It's the Power Morpher. I bought this thing, I think like 2 years ago. It's made of like die-cast steel. And it's got a power. I got like a set of, I think it was like 5 power coins, and then I bought one because I like the Dragon Zord because it's my favorite. And now I have that. Uh, I won't disclose how much money I spent on it because it's too much and I'm embarrassed at the
embarrassing.
price. Uh, I was mad when I first started work. I used to work at GameStop. Fun,
Don't do that.
relevant
Word of
topic.
advice.
Don't work at GameStop. Don't ever work at GameStop.
soul
Um,
sucking
Maybe
yeah,
GameStop. We ain't
it's
playing
very
no games.
soul-sucking. But when I first started working
when you
there,
choose.
I saw they had like the green Power Ranger Power Morpher, and I wanted that one because the Green Ranger is like the coolest. Fight me. Specifically Tommy Oliver, because there are several different Green Rangers. He just happens to be the best.
I'm
That's
just
not even a
excited.
joke
I
either.
wonder how many people are just gonna like go full out, just like, nah, you can't do that. You're the worst Power Ranger.
Canonically, in canon, Tommy Oliver is the best Power Ranger. That's not a joke. That's like he's set
Objectively.
in stone. And anyway, so yeah, I really like Power Rangers. I like the other like goofy spin-offs like Kamen Rider, the original Japanese version.
Beetleborg.
Fucking no, we don't talk about Beetleborg. um, that's a disappointment.
I'm speaking about Tommy. He's supposed to be in the next movie.
I'm making
Tommy
another one.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just find other Power Rangers fans by accident?
No,
By
no. I like the movie, but that was not it.
Jake, tell me. I need to know.
You just opened a can of worms that you need to decide right now if you're going to keep them open.
I can't.
I mean, I've dabbled.
Dabble.
I tried watching it, but I can't get past the bad acting. Like
So-
No, you're not wrong.
so bad. I love the costuming though. I love
Tommy,
Yeah.
Tommy
like, the bad guys
Oliver's.
and stuff.
My favorite is like Kia. Like that's like
Oh, yeah.
his. That's what he does. Kia.
It's funny because like even in the later seasons when he shows up for like crossover events, he still does it. It's hilarious. And like there's this one where they get a bunch of rangers from different places and they put them all in one place. He's there, and he has to fight like a robot clone of himself, and he has to kill him. That's not a joke. He actually does kill him. And
Okay.
the whole fight is just both of them going back and forth like Kia. It's so funny. I hated the rest of the season though because
He sounds like the
we
kind
don't
of guy.
talk about it.
I just broke all this fiberglass, and I'm gonna start breathing it aggressively.
If you like Tommy Oliver, I'd suggest looking into Soul of the Dragon. It was one of the Power Ranger comics that goes over his story after he's kind of retired. He becomes in Dino Thunder, he was a professor at a school where the main characters went to, and so he goes back to that job for a little while. His son becomes a ranger as well, take up the family mantle. I thought that was really cool, and he like works a case because his son is like a
Wait.
SPD ranger, which is kind of like the cop version of Power Rangers.
It's all space.
And they kind of run the place.
Astro-
Yeah, it's
Astro-
really cool because it's like it's a lot darker than usual. It's really gritty. You get fun characters that like pop up from the very first version of Power Rangers, which is Mighty Morphin.
Fresh Pants, I have an all caps question for you.
Yes.
From Astra. You know, I'm just gonna call you Tara, dude. I'm going by the name I know, and I can't pronounce. Kamen Rider is a spin-off. Question mark exclamation point. You want to fight?
Is
Question mark exclamation point. Oh, that's a okay. That's a
Oh
challenge.
no, okay, my bad. Sorry, it's not a spin-off. It's its own thing. But
Oh,
they
okay.
do cross over a lot. That's kind of where I got that misconception. My bad. But I think Kamen Rider is cool. I want to get into it more. because it's kind of like a more gritty version of Power Rangers. It's less about teamwork and it's more about saving the world. At least from what I've gathered. I'm a huge fan of transformation sequences. If I were to say it's my fetish, I wouldn't be lying entirely. I'm that guy who sits there and like looks up transformation sequence for Power Rangers and Kamen Rider, and I just sit there for hours just watching that. It's so dumb, but it's
like
so
a fixation.
mesmerizing.
I don't want to. I think fetish is the wrong word there.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong word, but
Probably or is.
Do you think Gilbert Gottfried would make a good Power Ranger?
Yes.
absolutely,
Yes.
100%.
Which Power
He
Ranger
would
would it
be. He would
Pink.
be the no. I think he'd be like a really niche color. That doesn't
Indigo.
Like, so like the
Turquoise.
Indigo Ranger, yeah.
Silver.
Turquoise.
I'm so
Go,
disappointed.
Turquoise Ranger.
My
Turquoise
favorite
power
color.
activate.
My favorite color is purple, but there's a very, very rare amount of purple Rangers. Orange is even worse. I think there's only been like really one.
One lady you showed me, and I was like, oh,
Make
favorite
that
color.
too. Oh, dude, Cat. I'd send for Cat. She's oh.
I don't want to admit that in public. I don't think I.
Ooh.
But
That'd be-
she's so hot.
I can't agree with you for reasons I cannot yet disclose.
Well, she's not like a furry. She's like
Oh no, it's not even that. Not, dude, I
it's
literally
like
don't
a
get it.
half animal kind of thing.
Okay, why would you even think
Okay.
I like have a problem with furries? Like my stuff is
I mean,
borderline.
yeah, you got a dragon character.
I got several. What are you talking about? I got like 4.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's not enough purple rangers, man. There's like,
There's not enough. There's never
I mean,
enough.
for the few that there is, it's really cool.
That purple
I like
the
a lot of the
Tyrannosaurus
purple
one's
ones.
really cool. I like the design on that one.
Yeah, I love the like the only thing I don't like about ranger designs is the metal mouth. I know a lot of people have a problem with that, but
Huh.
most of the designs are just really interesting, and I
Yeah.
love how they're simplistic, yet they work so well in tandem with each other.
Simplistic and extravagant at the same
Yeah.
time. It's a perfect balance, you know, kind of just like really elaborate designs, but they're also so simplified. So like if you put it in a comic book, it's easy to redraw.
Yeah,
And they're recognizable too. Like each one.
especially at
Iconic.
the scale that it is. It's intense. Like in
Oh,
the
yeah.
comics, there's like full blown armies of rangers ready to fight.
Oh my gosh.
And it's fucking wild. There's also going on the topic of DnD. There was
Again,
a group
back to
of
it.
we're back to it. There was a group of people who did a D&D campaign, but styled as Power Rangers, and it's so good. And like it's canonical too. It's
Oh,
a part
so
of the
cool.
universe.
Oh,
They
that's so-
like they even have some of the actors. I think the Red Ranger was one of the Blue Rangers for I think it was Ninja Steel. And then they even got Gem. I think it was Gemma. Gem. She's the Time Force Pink Ranger. They got her to be on the show, the original actor. And I was like, huh? And I wanted to watch more of it. It's just like I didn't get the time to do it. I think it's really cool though that they did that. Oh, they also got in the original Mighty Morphin. There's Bulk and Skull, who are also I think like artists or writers for the show. They got Bulk's character to also be on the show as the Yellow Ranger, and I was like, who do I need to kiss to make this happen more? This is amazing. And I love that. I need more of that. I need more Rangers.
So I don't like Power Rangers very much, but I do like
Yeah.
Voltron.
Well,
Ooh,
okay. Are you the other Star
I
Wars
dig
fan in
that.
here? Are you the other Star Wars fan in here, Kai?
I'm the what?
Are you the other Star Wars fan in here?
Jake's also Star Wars.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Hold on.
I'm
hold
a
on.
very nubby scrubby when it comes to Star Wars, but I still like it.
I've been sitting here low-key having a disassociative episode, just kind of like unable to comprehend like half the stuff going on right now.
It's okay.
So, okay.
Hmm.
I'm trying to like figure out what another good conversation topic would be.
We actually
Sorry, I rattled off about Power Rangers
No,
for like
it's fine.
10
I'm just
minutes.
kind of like, it's just no,
Distract
you're fine.
people.
It's I'm feeling getting stale here, so we need to like breathe some fresh air into this.
I mean,
again.
we actually didn't even finish the topic that happened last time.
Which one was that?
Oh
Let's
yeah,
bring
that
that
was
one
the
back.
Your influences.
inspiration.
Yeah.
The design influences. Okay. So that was actually that's what spurred on the whole thing. Damn.
Mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was Power Rangers and stuff. Kai, Dragon, or Gian, you want to go?
Sure. I guess, like, so if we're going, like, way back, are we doing just talk about the style, or are we just, like,
I mean,
inspired us
Just
to
the
do
big
art?
things you've loved, like
Yeah.
just I don't know. I guess I should give a couple examples just for like brotherly's sake or whatever the word is. I don't know. Like for me, like with a lot of armors and stuff, the general aesthetic of Star Wars kind of like really grungy, like simple metal patterns, and also looking at like historical references for like things that have actually existed in real life, like tanks and stuff, and learning about how different armors work, like on a vehicle, inclines on armor helps deflect things and the specific design patterns and stuff that I really enjoy, like certain curves on plates that just they don't need to be there, but they feel right, that kind of stuff. Like just adding those little fine details, like you see on a lot of my stuff, like for shoulder pads and really just any joint pad. I got like a ball there, just kind of like as like a protection for range of motion kind of thing. That's just something I love. I love just putting those, and I got that from inspiration from I think it was the clones. Their ankles, they have like this kind of like ball thing where their boots are because they're CGI, and you can take unrealistic things like that and put it on armor to kind of have like this exosuity kind of vibe before that was even a thing. So like that kind of stuff. I like just adding all kinds of fun shapes where it's just like, oh, that seems a little weird kind of thing, and learning about how different equipment works. Like that's where my armor stuff goes. And then on the edge of anatomy, like just finding sections of the body that like that's fun to draw. I like that. This is a fun shape to work with kind of thing. Like for me, my favorite thing ever on the human body is the pelvis where it sticks out in the front. That is like literally one of my favorite places to draw ever, and nothing can change my mind on that. Because shading there is also really fun and crazy complex too. So like stuff like that. So try working with that.
Unrealistic ankles.
Yes, unrealistic ankles. Well, no, it's hard range of motion, and it's actually just really impractical, generally speaking. And it's really hard to like set up right on like armor that you can wear. But the cosplay guys out there in the world have defeated said, physical thing.
Are you talking about my ankles?
No.
No, we're talking about armor. We're talking about armor. Oh, the tiefling feet.
I can't draw feet, so
I feel that I can't draw feet either.
what are toes?
And remember, you don't have to be perfect, so don't think
What
about
are
it.
I'm not.
That's good though. I'm loving this. So what are your design inspirations? Just like if you can name off a couple.
Well, I do like anime, but I also love like high fantasy, and I used to watch Lord of the Rings and Indiana Jones and stuff a lot as a kid. Star Wars was there. Like one of my first animes was I think it was Rurouni Kenshin, and there was another one, but I can't remember off the top of my head the name. But like a bunch of like I just like the style, but also the fact that like I had a really cool best friend that I met in Spanish class in middle school, and I remember because like I saw her sitting and she was just drawing birds. So like I approached her and we started talking, and then we just started talking like drawing characters and stuff like that. And like back then, our style, like I would draw animals with this scoop face like that.
Oh.
It was so bad. It's progressed.
What do you mean scoop face? Like is that
so
the inner
this was the scoop. That's the eye. That's what this is supposed to be.
That's the eye? What?
No, that would be okay. So
it's kind of like Charizard's snout, like from Pokemon.
Okay, so if I was to draw
like eyebrows,
like an angry,
like a side profile angry eyebrow thing. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like all I do.
Yeah, like this was supposed to be like where
the same thing.
The eye.
That's so fun though. Oh no, that's cool though.
It was so
like a dragon. That's cool.
But like but it's gotten progressively better. I know like the first thing like that I really liked as a kid was the Hungry Caterpillar. I loved the color.
Oh
It's just kind
yeah.
of stuck with me. I love color. Vibrant colors, just all the colors. Use all colors.
Use all of them. More.
color.
Martin.
It needs more color.
I want my eyes to
That's why I
play.
like anime so much. It's like not a lot of people talk about how important colors are to a situation or like a character.
Oh yeah, tone
Oh,
and
yeah.
mood. Oh yeah.
It's very, very important.
Well, I mean, my
like
class drilled that through my skull, bro.
as an example, something like JoJo loves to play around with colors for their fight scenes.
Oh yeah.
To just exacerbate like a mood or something.
Oh, yeah.
I really like what they do with it.
I haven't actually watched JoJo.
It's very spectacular and confusing. As someone who doesn't
It's
watch
very-
anime normally, woo!
Yeah, it's very niche. I hate the fans. The fans are awful.
Oof,
Uh,
oof. Don't say that
I
too
love
loud.
the like the series as a whole is really good. But you have to be like really with it and understand that it's gonna be like really fucking weird. But that's the whole point, considering bizarre is in the name of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like season one's a bit of a slog. It's not the worst, but it does get kind of boring at times. But it's really a setup for later seasons.
Okay.
Because the whole series is based off of the Joestar family bloodline. Yeah, I know, generic name, but well, not generic, just
Is it?
bizarre name.
That's
It's more bizarre name. All the
What is the
characters,
bizarre?
their names can be in some form of Joe, so they call
Joe.
them all JoJo. There's Jonathan, there's Joseph, there's Jotaro, there's Giorno, there's Josuke, there's Jolene.
James,
I'm
Jonathan,
pretty
Joe,
sure I'm
John.
forgetting more of those because I haven't read up to the more recent ones.
Old John
There's a lot
Kenobi.
of Joe. And then like
Old
even
Joe
even like some of the off characters that never get any screen time and are more like in one-off parts of the series, even are also have Joe in their name.
How much Joe? Not enough space.
I like the
Mhm.
long length family line idea that isn't used a lot. I know they use it in Star Wars.
Yeah,
with
I
the
was about to
whole-
say, like, that's basically the galaxy revolves
Like, that's
around
where
one
it
bloodline now,
started.
and it's just like we
Yeah.
could have broken off, but we didn't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, and it's like they're always a part. Like Luke is in everything, man. um,
Like, as much as much as Luke is as a character, I mean, it's just like, yeah, you had your development. You went from whiny little kid to like guy, being responsible. It's just such like a basic character. As much
he's a
as I
really
love,
basic
He was
character.
so much better in the actual extended universe, though. You gotta like.
yeah,
Yes,
oh
absolutely.
yes, but that's the kind of thing. That's how Star Wars just always has been. It's like the movies are like the building blocks for all the extra media, and that's what really gets its hooks into you.
Mhm.
And then there's like, and if you're not a fan of the stories at all, or just whatever, you're just more interested in like the science fiction end of things, and you just want, like ships and weapons and soldiers and all this kind of fun stuff. Like, just there's so much world building there. It's a lot of fun to look.
And the brother and sister were fucking insane. The Han Solo's actual like son and daughter. I think they were son and daughter. I can't remember.
Are you talking about the whole oh gosh, James Solo, or what was his name? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, how am I forgetting their names?
Jane
John
and
James Solo, yeah.
Hold on. Well, Ben's like a super watered down version of this guy.
Yes, because this guy was so much cooler.
And more, there's a lot more depth there, and I think.
Oh my god, yeah, and he traveled that like light and dark side a lot deeper.
Ooh,
and
he
it
was walking that line.
insane.
I was walking that line that whole time. I remember the audio, but why can't I remember his name? Holy cow, Thrawn! Hold on, Thrawn, best antagonist ever in the history of.
Oh,
You cannot get a better antagonist than Thrawn.
I love Thrawn.
Especially in the audiobooks, the guy who did the voice for him. Respect the crap out of that guy.
Um,
I've yet to see anybody else who can deliver that soft-spoken tone with such a level of intense, intention. Like, just everything he does is quiet and methodical and well thought out, and his character is in complete contrast to everybody he's up against. It's beautiful, the character building that happens in these books, and just even on paper, you could tell he's just this quiet, soft-spoken guy who's he's always got a plan, and that plan is already in motion. And
malicious intent.
parallel universes ahead of you, kid, like that meme kind of thing. Like, oh my gosh, the writers and the talent that goes into Star Wars and the just background is incredible.
He's gonna be in the Mandalorian for sure next season.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and
I'm excited for
I haven't
that.
finished. I need to finish.
Oh no! Oh god! you
It's so good.
you gotta.
I know. Like, I'm on the episode when we'll say God smoteth the ground and our birds became flightless. If you can pick up on that,
Like, I think
maybe with the
the
rock.
yeah, the only thing I really didn't like about Mando was like hopping on like the baby trend, you know? I
Well, that's
hated
just
that.
that's just a fan
I
thing.
mean,
There's always gonna be something.
I
with
love
fan.
the child regardless. Like, he's really good. I just hate the fact that it's, you know,
Well, I mean, they knew what
yeah,
they were
it's
doing.
like-
Cutesy character.
they
gets
absolutely knew what they were doing, yeah.
It's just like the Ewoks and the Gungans. Well,
Mhm.
it was attempted Jar Jar. I mean, just trying to get the kids interested
It's
too.
no different, yeah.
Getting their hooks in yet, kind of thing. Which, I mean, you do you. I can't complain. It was
Mhm.
cool and it forced into a different personality to what he would normally be. Because honestly, if it wasn't for Grogu or the child or whatever you want to call him,
Mhm.
I'm
Sure.
pretty sure we'd be dealing with Mr. Grimdark the whole time, and that gets old after a while.
Yeah.
Um,
He's definitely a good change of pace. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
I love him as a change of pace. He's not like it's an adventure. There's no consequences, my dear boy. Let's go off on a space exploration.
Oh
No.
no.
My Rans is ready to like. He's just what you want from a Mandalorian.
It's a space.
He's-
It's a space cowboy saga. It's
Yeah.
Space Western.
I love that.
He's like
I
draw.
think my favorite part about it was the fact that Mando is such like he's an imperfect character. He's got like a lot of flaws, but he seems like this total badass.
oh, and like,
But behind the curtains, it's like he's got so much there,
Oh yeah.
and it's so interesting. And I love those kinds of characters that like they mess up, but they're still like they're good at what they do, and they're trying their best to do what it is they want to do.
Well, and you also need to realize the creative mind behind all of that is
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
Filoni. Dave Filoni,
Yeah,
he's
oh
got
my
this
God, he's
way with
amazing.
character design where he intentionally sets up specifically the flaws that he know people hate in a
Mhm.
character. He sets up exactly what he knows people are not going to jump on board with. Just like what he did with Ahsoka, how he turned like if anybody remembers like right off the bat with the Clone Wars, it was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this Padawan is so annoying. Like I was irritated too, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
10 or something. It was so incredible the way he was able to manage everything that like he had complete control over everything everybody hated, which was the fact that she talked back a lot, and then she every time she messed up, there's basically no punishment pretty much ever. So always getting off scot-free, and like Filoni had complete control over that. So when later in the series, when Ahsoka started facing actual consequences for how things were turning out, that's when stuff started shifting to where the viewer becomes more sympathetic with what they were watching and dealing with. And it's that control, that careful writing and control that Filoni has over all the stuff he was creating, the storyline and whatnot, and all the other writers and all the attention that and laser focus they're putting in with everything. It's what makes everything click. And that's also why the Clone Wars are reviewed with, pretty much everybody in, I think it's safe to say Gen Z who have grown up with that show, setting aside nostalgia, is probably the best form of Star Wars media. That was like Star Wars at its best.
I agree, yeah.
And-
It's I'm kind of disappointed I didn't hop on the train as much as I did because it was so popular.
Yeah, well, it was a really niche show at the time too.
And it's really good from what I saw.
Oh yeah, but it's the level of world building and stuff. Like, and I found I was rewatching with my dad because season 7 when it finally came out, my dad was like, "All right, well, I watched you were watching this as a kid growing up, and I feel like it was necessary to watch it with you." I was like, "All right, dude, that's awesome. Let's do it." But as soon as season 7 ended, he was hooked. He's like, I don't even know half the stuff that's going on. I want to what's going on here. So we had been rewatching the vast majority of this stuff together, and this is like, I rarely hang out with my dad. Like as much as we get along, and as much as I love the guy, we don't hang out that much. So this was like a really awesome thing I got to do with my dad, watching Star Wars Clone Wars. And rewatching a lot of this stuff, I found myself just captivated by like the episodes that I was completely like just didn't give a flying fuck about, like the Senate ones where it's just like,
yeah, the really boring ones.
Yeah, this is like this is boring. This is politics. But like now that I'm old enough to actually kind of get a grasp of what's going on there, a lot of the topics are really serious, like separatist blockading. What is it, Ryloth for quote unquote debts, but they're actually aiding a CIS kind of like invasion of the planet, which, you know, slavery and all other fun basic bad guy stuff. That you start realizing all the, like the little implications and like the cost of a clone army being so detrimental to the economy, and like, you know, Padme advocating like, yeah, our people are starving because this clone army is so damn expensive. It's like all these little things you miss as a kid you come back to. You know, I'm able to enjoy this with my dad too. This just adds on to the experience. But that just shows that there's so many extra layers to this. Like you can go back and watch 4 through 6 as many times as you want. It's pretty surface level in terms of like content to be on screen, which is fine. It's a good intro. It's a good introduction. But I'm a huge fan of like the deeper layer of things, and I'm just like a lot of shows like you have with the Power Rangers and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
All kinds. This is like it just gets bigger as soon as you open the book for the thing you saw on TV. It's bigger.
The lore of stuff for me, it's like it always gets me. It is so much better on the inside.
Is it the TARDIS?
It's so interesting to learn about like what's going on and like how things became the way they are. Like let's take for example Doom Eternal's lore.
Yeah, that was really surprising.
It's a lot deeper than you'd think, and I really like how they put it all together. And it's so interesting. Like I love the whole story of Doom Guy. How like the log books are so much fun to read through. I love reading through those.
He's such a dude, bro. I love him.
He is. It's hilarious because it's like this dude who's like a total badass, and he like walks in, just rips the heads off of demons without a second thought, and then he's like, he goes to the Fortress of Doom. He's got a gaming setup. He's a gamer. It's so good, and he's like, as someone who's such a finite, like grizzled mass murder of demons, like he's still got some deeper meaning behind him, and I think it's really interesting. Because like he's got a pet bunny, Daisy. He's very careful.
Love the
Daisy is. I love Daisy. That's one of my favorite details about Doom Guy. There's even a. I think one of my favorite detail about him is very subtle animation hints. Whenever he's like pressing with technology, he's very careful and still like confident in his use of technology. Like when he pushes buttons, he doesn't like necessarily punch it unless he's trying to destroy it, because it's something that's helping him in killing demons. If it's something like the in Doom 2016 where he starts breaking shit because he doesn't think it's right, he's gonna go in and like break it because it's not to his cause. And he's very like in the newer games, like he's very careful when he's grabbing like Vega's upgrades. He takes it off, yes, but he doesn't like punch the thing and then take it. And I love these small little like animation details that they have, and it's just I want more of that in a story. I love those kind of small details. Like Dragon Ball does it a lot. Warframe sometimes. Fucking. It's a lot. I like this. I want to get more into Star Wars, like you said. Star Wars is really interesting.
Oh yeah, but
I really like the Star Wars universe.
It is a pit. You are going to get lost there. Like you got.
It is a sinkhole.
It's such a massive pit of lore, we'll say, that I very much recommend having an objective going in there. Like, you know, find the thing that you like the most. Maybe it's ships, maybe a story. Just find a very specific lane, and like, you know, just for the sake of time. Like, unless you want to go all in, Like, I'm not gonna stop you from going on, and just kind of like figure yourself out as you go. Like, find
I
out.
feel like yeah, much like Star Wars, there's like the three big like just sinkholes of information. It's Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. They all have so much going in.
Star Trek,
Uh,
Lord of the
yeah,
Rings.
Star Trek.
Lord of the Rings is stupid here. It's like I don't know.
I
recently
know
played
it's so good.
I got hooked into Shadow of War. Boy, was I in for a rude awakening because I was like, oh man, this is so
So
cool.
good.
Like talk to other people like Lord of the Rings stuff. I was like, oh no, that's a lot of retconning stuff in there. You gotta learn about all this stuff. I'm like, whoa, okay, holy cow, wow. I just want to be Sparky boys, and I just want to take over a castle. Yeah, I didn't want to like do anything crazy. My backspace is terrible. Didn't even know a single fucking word he said. No, language is a pain in the ass. You know,
Like
there's too much. I don't need all this elf stuff.
I also want to reiterate that again with this whole art thing, Kai.
Mhm.
You 100% do not need to be perfect.
I'm not.
Trying. And you're doing a really bad
good
job hiding that you're trying.
We just spent like almost 20 minutes working on a bow. I mean,
well, okay, hold on. But that's something you gotta get right. That's something that's like that's difficult to nail. You know?
Yeah.
I'll give guys some credit on this one. That's a difficult thing to nail.
I did like the copy paste bow. That was my favorite part, though. Watching
That was smart.
Flip.
like there it is. I was hoping you would do that. I was gonna like because I've taught you some things about this. I was hoping you'd copy paste it. I'm like, please do.
I was actually gonna cry if that didn't happen. I was like, by the way, doing it manually, and I look like a loser. Manual transmission is not always optimal.
So right now, what are you thinking? Like what? Yeah, the hand.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was taking a drink.
The arrow in the mouth. I like that idea.
I want to eat my arrows. I like tasting them before I send them into
Oh man, cured wood.
Oh, the lacquer on this one.
This
Oh,
must be like a
right.
campy thing. Like she's just being sassy.
Just sassy. The level of sass on this one. Look at the sass on that one. Oh man. So this okay. Are we hitting that 3-hour mark? Are we there yet?
Oh, we have now achieved almost 3 hours. We have 3 minutes left until we've hit the 3-hour marker.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
And then we'd have to start wrapping up. No. I'm just trying to make sure we're keeping track on time and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is exactly as I thought it would be, about a 3-hour mark. So I mean, it's not like anything bad, no, but like
that's good. That's on point.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like. I should have thought about this when Kai was part of this. I'm like, man, Kai likes to be meticulous.
Well, I mean, other artists might be too, and some others may be quicker. So it's like, probably we'll have to work on dynamics with newer members and stuff.
Yeah, and also I think the big stress is like to not like the big thing to stress with anybody who's here is please, you like as much as I want you to flesh out your work, you really don't have to. It's not the point of it. Like the point is just to get that sketch done and to have fun. You don't have to.
I am having fun.
I said other artists. Like the point is to just like, do, not do perfect.
Dude, perfect.
Dude, perfect, bro.
Okay, so I mean, setting aside the fact that I'm probably gonna like re-listen to a fair bit of this and not like listening to myself, and probably regretting a lot of stuff I say. Probably moving forward, the thing we can work out together as a team is figure out dynamics and times and stuff. Because I think Sure Hours is a good podcast, and also conversation topics. Nobody needs to be actively listening in the whole time, so I think this still technically counts as a podcast. Just got a nice visual element to it as well.
Yeah.
I think that's really nice. So maybe we can, the drawing board a bit more. Maybe get some feedback from other people what they like hearing, and
Yeah,
work
I
on
mean,
this.
so far, like if you want like my experience in the whole podcast stuff, this has been pretty good. The actual the actual flow of everything that's going, like because it's the natural conversations that kind of keep the thing kind of moving as it goes.
Yeah.
So that pace is always at least there. There's only been like maybe in the sense of lulls, like in the sense of quiet lulls, maybe 1, 2. This would be probably the closest thing to a lull that we've experienced thus far. However, like I mean, you guys have a completely natural dynamic together, so that helps a lot. The conversations kind of
When
just
the
kind
two
of
of us are together, it's chaos.
it flows well.
I
And
thought this whole thing was garbage.
I think I think it's been perfect so far. Other than
Yeah, I
like the
think it's
small
been well.
the small hiccups that we had, like with everyone's
my
like
my
things.
stage fright laptop.
We'll
I mean,
figure it out.
the thing that I gotta test out next is just to see how well everything recorded, which it seems like everything should have been.
Watch
pretty
like
good.
the half latter or beginning half of this just can be completely gone.
I'm hoping not. I'm hoping
I
we're.
hope
I'm
not
so
too.
salty.
But I have most of it. I recorded it all in chunks. So like I recorded, the way that I have it set up is I recorded each person's chunk. So that way it's just easier for me to like work with it, and I don't know, depending on like how much I want to build of it, you know, like if I want to make it where like, because the way that I figured that the process would be after this would be just to kind of put it all together into one thing and then let it rip. That would be like the podcast itself. And then I have you guys separated, so then I can actually set you guys up as a like, if you guys want your own piece of artwork that you guys can watch yourself do, I can do it. And then I was gonna use since I've got permission, I'm going to use someone's a friend of mine, a producer for music, his music
Ooh.
to kind of put in the background while you guys have your artwork. So
I'm hyped as hell.
that way there's I can easily just, if you guys want to just your artwork and let's say some type of speed thing, I can just have it literally, you know, a certain speed time and then have the music in the background as a
Replacement for audio.
yeah. So that way you know, that way there's something in the background. And because I mean, I don't like hearing myself talk either, so I mean, I understand.
I hate hearing myself
One of the
talk.
worst things as a voice actor. Oh my gosh. They said you have to get used to it to be successful. I don't want to get. I hate my voice. Like I'm more
I hate
comfortable
hearing
when my voice
myself.
doesn't sound like me. You know.
We
And
used
even
to
that-
when we did the podcast beforehand, we used to have to hear ourselves talk.
Oh,
So we had to have our voice in the actual like headset for a little bit, and it was like in the first couple episodes when we weren't sure how we sounded. So it was not really that like fun for me at least. Are you making the error to put in it? I'm assuming. Okay.
this side. It's on a new layer, so I assume that's what's going on.
Yeah, I
Big
think,
brain.
man, we are
Yeah.
making we're making progress. Got that
Progress.
error left, and then
Let's
I'm gonna take a look at everything, take a gander tonight, and if you guys want things, and like I said before, and this is the thing that I have in the PDF and the podcast, if you guys don't want your artwork posted on anything afterwards, that's, you know, I have no right to your stuff. So like,
Yeah.
as soon as you guys say I don't want to have this recorded, other than just like the stream or whatever, that's pretty much as far as I can do. Like,
Yeah.
so like, but I'm pretty sure everyone doesn't really care about like, because it would just be pasted onto YouTube, and then I might actually even put the parts by themselves with like the speed draws on YouTube too, because I think that's actually just, it would be nice to kind of have if people want to see.
That would probably help.
And I think the only thing I'm going to ask people about is like, once this is all done and how many people are doing it, I'm just going to ask what type of equipment they're using. Not necessarily a laptop or anything, but their tools, because I know like each one of us might be using something else, and someone might be interested in knowing what it is.
Or different styles too, and like methods of going about things.
Right. And that's I mean, the methodology behind all of that is that's all like that's all if people wanted to put time into that, they can. So like what would be basically is, you know, I could set someone is dinging right now. It's probably me.
Sorry.
No, it's me.
It might be. I don't know. Somebody's dinging. I have my
That's
stuff
right.
turned
No,
off.
it's on Discord.
Dragon, you just switch yourself to not disturb. It's fine.
Hold on, is it me? It can't be me.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Dragon. You're on. No, wait, you're online. Might be you. If you're just on Do Not Disturb, you'll be fine. I don't know. I know Kai has like an external speaker system, so it might be playing into
Her
that.
stuff's weird. It's fine. I tried to fix it. I don't know, man. Look, it's fine.
Impossible.
Um,
Oh, that's so cool.
What?
Arrow.
Oh.
Arrow. Oh, arrow there.
I was distracted by like trying to fix the thing. So
It's fine. It's okay. All right.
I think so far everything has been pretty good. I think next round, though, next month, I will be part of it, participating.
Yeah.
So, wow. Okay, Kai, you might want to tone that arrow down just a little bit.
Oh, we're killing dragons now. Let's go.
Big arrow. I like big arrow.
well, I figured like if so wait. Hold on.
I
No,
mean,
I want a javelin. Come on, let's go. You
No.
load this thing up and you're using your ankle to hold back
and-
the bow and you're just.
I cannot stress enough. We don't need perfection. I've
Oh, well, then make it
set-
massive.
set
That's
this
the,
like
that's the go ahead. That's the green light.
15 times, please.
Make it just a javelin.
Yeah,
I
next
like my
big
arrows
arrowhead.
like I like my women. Big.
Just big.
And the thing about next month that I haven't actually thought about now that I'm thinking about it, next month, since we have the idea, like how much am I giving like people? Like
I think you need like a good long notice. I can't even remember what it is already.
Oh, I said a month, and it's the notice is we've already have that set up, so that's not important. But the thing is, how much
The
is
mustache. Sorry.
how much is going to be like what people can decide, like, because I was thinking like, do we get the choice is the question, like, because if we get a choice in how we build things, then I'm excited because then I can do it like any way I want. But if we get a challenge in the sense of other people deciding it, then that's also kind of fun.
Oh, hold on.
Because
Okay.
the next
Yeah,
one
you
the next one is going to be two genres kind of, oh goodness. It's in her mouth. Is it in her mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was in her hand. I'm like, what happened with this? I guess you're holding it like with your thumb, like a pen.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's like that stupid like Playboy magazine teacher biting pencil bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
That's that level of sass, you know?
yeah, I get it.
That fabricated sass only people pretend to have. We all know we're all scared.
Okay, start merging it up, Kai. Let's see it.
Merging it up. Okay, wait, hold on. Where's the list? I'm looking for the list right now, trying to find the thing.
It's on the PDF.
The ideas?
We've only have one that's actually chosen for next month, and then everything else is still kind of up in the air. But next month.
What was it?
It is. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up through the drive here because I have it on there too.
Der Drieben.
Ah, dang! Mothman won't move out. That's also a tabletop game.
What?
That sounds
I wanna play it.
amazing.
I want to play it.
I downloaded it and because I was like, the whole point is that you're supposed to kick Mothman out of your house.
Oh, okay.
They've been in for
Amazing.
far too long, man.
I need this
That is
idea.
amazing.
Okay, so then February, mix up two different styles by choosing a character or scene and mixing them with a genre or art style, like
Okay.
Aang in the art style of Kill la Kill, for example.
Or Hank Hill.
bad at that.
Making the character V from Cyberpunk be in Lord of the Rings. Like, the test day is the 20th, podcast is the 27th. Style
Right.
mix-up challenge is what it is.
The style mix-up challenge. Yeah, no, that's totally like I'd say what people would choose. Like if you're having problems choosing, maybe someone can nudge them in the right direction, because that's kind of like a very inspiration-heavy thing.
Mhm.
Because I would say that's like something that's just like I'm choosing for you kind of thing. That wouldn't. I don't think that would vibe well. I'd like the idea of people being able to choose on their own, because then you can find something you're inspired by, and maybe you want to challenge yourself, or maybe you just want to just try something.
Right.
So I feel like that would be a people choose thing.
People choose. I agree.
People choose, people shoes. Okay. Yeah, no, it sounds like it'll work.
I just gotta figure out what I want, and then, which also might be a thing that I might have to look into a little bit. I think that one's probably gonna be one where you're gonna want at least a little bit of like a practice drawing beforehand, like get something kind of in, because that's gonna be
vague idea of what I want to do.
right.
I'm like trying to think of what exactly I do. Oh man, that I haven't already done. Maybe.
That is true.
What?
You have kind of dipped into a lot of different genres.
I love dipping. I double dip sometimes. You know, I triple dip. I'm ready to like do whatever the hell I'm feeling like on X day and just run with it, like the freaking tactical night thing. That was fun. Just making like
What is that?
medieval knights and like modern,
It's like
like rifles and stuff.
Yeah.
Kevlar armor too, like integrated with their normal armor, and they still got swords and stuff. That was fun. That was also a birthday gift.
Lips.
It was fun. I enjoyed that. It was awesome.
I might actually like another thing I might about to rule in is like I don't think time wise, now that I'm seeing this, we might have to make it so like people are aware of like put a little bit of a timer on it.
A little bit of a timer.
Yep. Cause I'm seeing some problems here that I've just witnessed.
What's up with that?
Just
Me.
I gave a lot of like
Free will.
mm-hmm.
You can cut it short. You're the host. It's fine.
No.
I feel as if after like it gets to a certain point, they can keep drawing, but it should like stream to someone else, and you can come back to them later
Yeah,
and
background time.
see
Yeah,
like
but
other stuff.
I don't know. Well,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'll put it in the. I'll send it to my secretary.
Not me.
Well, wait.
Bishop, your secretary.
That's me. I'm the second. All right, fine. No, do this. No. Hey, damn kids always making me do some random bullshit. I can't believe what I'm doing right now. Y'all are riling me up.
Aren't I older than you?
No, I am the youngest person here by a
I
year.
feel like that's a lie.
How is that a lie?
I don't know. I don't know either of like Jake
Well,
or Kai's ages.
I'm in my
Jake is
30s.
Oh.
I am not.
Okay. Well,
Sure, that helps.
You got
I'm
it?
in-
Are we in it? Is this it?
Early 20s.
are we there? Is this
Very nice, very nice.
very nice?
Oh my
Very
goodness.
Oh God.
Hammock, you sodding tic tac. Look at the tiefling.
Look
Like a
at
sword
that.
and
Look at
tic-tac.
that. Tiefling. Look at that.
Tiefling.
TF.
Look at that Tiananmen Square. Wait, what?
Wow, look at the detail.
Huh.
Wow.
We're banned in China now.
Well, there goes our Chinese audience. Sorry, guys.
Holy shit. How do you feel, Kai?
I like it.
I think it looks pretty dope.
Grade A.
Yeah.
Now will it be finished?
That's up to you. If
You
you can't
can
finish
do
it,
that.
that's all you.
On your own time.
Yeah.
we have people we can't keep
Yeah,
captive.
Mamiji said it looks really good.
Meme G.
Thank you.
That's
All
my
right,
boy.
cool. All right.
So shout out to Meme G for like sticking in the hallway. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got like 4 other people too. it
Yeah, we
seems.
got a couple people here just kind of sitting here, like
Oh, I'm one
Yeah.
of them.
for
so-
It's like,
forsaking their
You were a part of
families.
hold on. Just abandon everyone you love to watch this beautiful stream. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for
Thank you.
disregarding your family life and tuning in.
Yeah, that's it. So we have successfully did our first Artist Assemble podcast.
Oh, there's the big old logo. Woo! Yeah,
We-
baby.
We did a D&D themed challenge where everyone had to do their own little personality test to draw the characters, and they all did some pretty dank ass work.
I didn't
Now.
even
We're going to close it out by having everyone do a little bit of an outro themselves, what they've been doing, how they've been doing, what they've been, living through. And then after that, we're going to end it.
All right.